Well, maybe we do.
I mean,
We're going.
I love rain sounds.
Okay. Is the music annoying?
No. But I don't know how they hear it.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you.
Okay.
If it gets too much, then we can quieten it down, because I've only listened to the first 10 minutes of all of these music things.
Amazon needs to stop sending me things that I want. I don't want to give Jeffrey money.
No, don't give Jeffrey any money. We can't let this.
Is this Mr. Star?
Mr. Bezos.
Oh God, no! Not Jeffrey Star.
Oh, okay.
Terrifying.
Not Mr. Star.
Oh God.
No, we don't give we haven't given Mr. Star money in a long time.
I don't think I've ever given Mr. Star money.
Sadly, I did once.
Devastating. It's okay.
Oh shit, I've been signed out of my Twitch.
Okay. Friends and family, we've gathered here today for the dragon game. Would you like a quick recap of what happened last time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you all hear me? Are you sitting comfortably?
Reasonably.
Other than our mental ailments and physical ailments.
121520.
Yes. Last time we picked up in the Northwind Stronghold, just as you were about to engage in battle with Jason, I mean, the torturer. A flesh golem of disgusting and super gross size. Your encounter took you up the tower after freeing 2 prisoners. First, Kevin, your good friend, who has been in solitary confinement
For his own good.
Few hours, days. And the other, a man named George.
Not George Shamrock, I don't
Not
think.
George. He is a human man. Though retroactively, I might change his name because of that reason. The George, it's too similar. It's too similar.
It's too suspicious.
But I have a choice of name already.
Not to any of us, though. We don't know who George Shamrock is.
Sharila!
Sharila!
And so, your fight takes you up the tower to the platform you saw many people being pushed from when you first approached the Northwind Stronghold. It is here that you encounter Edge.
Edge!
Another more arcane battle begins. What am I forgetting?
You're forgetting the really important thing about also turning into a flying large octopus.
Well, if you were giving me 3 more seconds.
No, but you didn't do it fast enough, so.
Okay. The tower falls, the reverse gravity takes hold, and luckily also is fine when he is thrown from the tower, as he's a purple flying octopus. He can fly, and he's purple. That does not last very long. As falling debris knocks him out of his polymorph, the falling tower knocks you all about and sends some of you unconscious.
Oopsie.
Oops.
Sparks, not my finest moment.
But luckily Loran swoops in and saves the day, picking your stare up, saying he's not into tentacle porn, and feather falling.
We all know that's a bloody lie. He has more fetishes than the categories on Pornhub.
That's funny. And feather falling the rest of you to a comfortable stop. Observing the damage you have caused, but the progress you have made. You fly, some of you willingly, some of you more reluctantly, to the Temple of Bahamut. Upon arriving to the temple, you find out that Saphir
is alive.
Gnome you encountered before, who had supposedly died, yes, is in fact alive, though not quite as she once was.
Did they reincarnate her with her head or her body?
Who knows?
Just wondering. Questions also would definitely ask.
I'd wager body.
but that's just the take that I'm gonna throw out there.
And so, as you settle down in the Temple of Bahamut, all you know is that you've been called to a meeting so that you can speak with Safir.
I'll do a screen.
But first, also did a scrying and found out some valuable information about a certain individual that he's looking for.
Who is of no interest or importance or memory to any of us.
No, indeed. Quite.
Yes.
Looking for Raul Malal. You find him in the Jaded Helm, a tavern down in the south of Aprea. But not that you know that.
Yeah, but Lauren's going to tell me, so I'm going to write it down.
He is with another individual who you have no idea who it is, who buys him food
Baby
and
girl.
is mean to him. So I wonder who it could potentially be. Baby girl! Well, you know, which one of you said it first? I bet it was Aelin.
It was actually me, wasn't it?
It was both of you.
It was
But then
both of
Aelin
us.
promptly agreed.
I
So,
100% said he is baby girl.
He is baby girl.
And it's just you and me against the world now.
Raul is baby girl, right? Right, Anna?
It's fine. I'm going to move with the tides. I'll go with the tides. That's what people want. Who am I to deny them what they want?
We want baby girl.
Oh, can I show you guys something that's on the back of my chair? Really quickly. It's a waistcoat that I made from a dirndl.
Yeah, you did.
Made from a what, sorry?
A dirndl dress. It used to have a bit at the bottom.
There's no food.
But now it's got like metal clasps. And like, you can tie it up like a corset or you can wear it open.
There's no more
It's
food,
so
but
cute.
please.
And it's velvety and it's got a little bit of embroidery. It's wonderful, great. Very good. That's all.
Ow.
I love to sew. Discord.
There you do.
I'm not being too strange.
No. How about this? You're being the right amount of strange.
Wow.
Oh, the right amount of strange. So I was still here.
Yay. Perfect.
We all love group hallucinations. That's pretty strange.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of true.
Mhm.
I'm really sad you guys missed the gelatinous cube in the Northwood stronghold, but you know we can't have everything.
I'm not sad that we missed them.
Okay, right.
Got you.
So, picking up where we left off, you settle in to the Temple of Bahamut. You are given separate rooms. There are 2 rooms, so one for one each fit enough for 2 people. Because you are religiously inclined individuals, Astra and Sparks, you 2 are housed lower down, closer to the cleric's chambers, closer to the chaplaincy, anywhere that you would need to head to at any hours of the day, so that you could observe whatever religious rites you wish to do. But also for you, Astra, maybe this is important, close to the library. Because you 2 are just randos. No. Also and around, you are taken to a higher level where the just general non-denominational guests of the Temple of Bahamut stay.
That's fine.
It's a smaller room, and when you open the door, you are shocked to see that there is more than one bed.
I'm
thank God.
gonna grab the bed by the window.
There's a bed by the window, and there is a bed by the fireplace. And the room that goes to the bed by the fireplace.
Also promptly opens the window and makes the room really cold.
He's like, I'm glad I chose this one. Now, I'm going to say, you have a little bit of time before you have to go and meet Safir. You can settle in, and if there's anything you want to achieve, any questions you want to ask, if you want to all meet up and regroup, then please do.
I want to interrogate Loran on a couple of things.
Okay.
I'll strap him to a chair and shine a light in his face.
I'm into this.
I do not have a light or a chair.
So So then Loran is sitting kind of on the bed, twiddling his thumbs. He has magicked himself mostly clean. But you can tell he still would like a bath. Just from the look on his face, he's like,
Okay, so I'm guessing also has just finished his scrying. Right. He immediately makes a beeline for Loran and sits down. I have a question.
indeed.
Do you know a temple? No, not a temple. A tavern called the Jaded Helm.
I know a lot of taverns.
Jaded Helm, flowers outside, white.
You've described quite a few different taverns.
Right. Also grabs his sketchbook and starts sketching the inside of the tavern. This.
Also, are you aware of the concept of a chain restaurant?
No.
Okay, so basically what it is, it's a big company, big individual, big whatever, who goes to small places and decides, I am going to refit this for my aesthetic and I'm going to take most of the money from here. This is one of those. It's a chain restaurant.
Right. Where are they located?
Well, luckily you can always find out where they are because they're always connected underground with a fine chain, which just rattles every now and again. No, I'm joking. There is a similar one.
His facial expression does not change. He's like,
I'm trying to be funny.
Oh.
There is a similar one, I believe.
White Tree.
I believe in the Axe.
The Axe.
If it's not that one, then it will at least have a list of all the other branches.
Also pulls out his map and starts searching. Axe.
We'll sail there.
Right.
Yes. We sail from the Fang to the Axe to get to
Ironstone.
Quite. Speaking of which, also, you ask me a question, I offer you one in return.
Also, it looks like he's not paying a lot of attention as he makes some notes.
Pay attention to me.
Sorry.
Good. I have been hired to in order to take
Bibble.
Bibble from Bibble to from A to B.
Well, it's actually more like A to B to C to D.
Now it certainly is.
Okay.
Indeed. So
I'm really proud of you for not taking that joke.
What?
Never mind.
I missed it. Tell me.
No, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Aelin knows.
Aelin.
Let's go. Come on.
Cat. I took you from. Yes. Well, I'm taking you wherever. Kitty cat. But the basic fact of the matter is this: I am only being paid to escort you. I am not being paid to escort your new friends.
But it might make the trip easier if we have someone who is a fighter and someone who is a healer.
So, you understand that we are travelling via my ship most of the way. Who do you think is on my crew?
Us.
Yes, and a number of other skilled individuals. Stuff.
But I like these individuals.
Yes, I'm sure you do. They're very nice. You can be pen pals. But their works, it seems, have brought them here. This is where their journey ends. We still have to go to Ironstone. I appreciate that you want friends, but that's not what we're here to do. At least it's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you.
I can pay you for their lodging.
And what will... Okay, well, you pay for the lodging, you pay for their food. What happens when their own individual journeys take them off your path into danger, for example? Would you say no and carry on to Ironstone, or would you go and help them?
I would... He looks like he's trying to pick the right answer.
Pick the answer that comes to you naturally.
I'd probably assist them, given that they've assisted me quite a lot, and they helped save Kev. And yeah,
Indeed.
it's fine. I can if I go back to the palace, I'm sure I have a diamond rattle somewhere that I can give you. I don't use it, so
Well, no, I wouldn't think so. Ulster.
it's just kind of lying around.
A diamond rattle is... Do you know how insulting that is, considering diamonds bring people back from the dead, that you had one in your crib that you just, like, thrown aside?
Can you not use it to bring people back from the dead?
Well, if you use it as a plaything,
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll give it to you, and then you can bring people back from the dead.
I can't do that.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, it's just in the Messiah, most of us can achieve that level of power.
Can you achieve that level of power?
Probably.
Eventually.
Yeah, but I didn't go to school from when I was supposed to because I ran away.
Yes. I can tell.
I also hurt other kids in my class by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the rattle. You can keep it.
Are you going to go and get it now?
No.
Then we're back at square one. Ulster, are you dead set on bringing these hangers on with you?
I would like to bring them. They can be my responsibility.
You've got to feed them. You've got to walk them.
Mhm.
You scoop their poops now.
I mean, they are both older than me, so I assume they can do that themselves.
And they'll change your nappies for you.
How old do you think I am?
1.
That makes you very questionable. He slams his journal shut.
I'm joking, obviously.
I am 26.
If I had to guess, I would have said like 702. You have the wizened mind of an old man.
You're trying to mean that I am not offended.
Anyway.
So if we could go to the chain restaurant on the way, that would be really helpful. We could stop there for supplies and make our way along the chain until we reach the end of the chain.
That's actually really interesting because that's exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Okay.
Wonderful.
We have another order of business to attend to, and he says,
What's that?
You he points to his neck. You did this, and it's
You're mentioning again?
I wanted to say
You don't want me to.
it's not that this.
It was probably a bad idea. I'm sorry.
Why did
Never mind. You were about to say something different.
Why did you? Why?
It seemed fun at the time.
Would you do it to Astra and Sparks?
Oh my god, no, absolutely not. Astra, I can tell, is a strong-willed person who is beautiful, yes, but probably more interested in someone like Cass. And I think Sparks may have taken a vow of celibacy at a very young age.
Is this not celibacy?
No, I mean, I've been there. Dragonborns are a unique kind of, but it doesn't matter. I think that Sparks is probably not quite for me.
Okay, but I'm for you.
Imagine a room filled with, let's say, beautiful fabrics and clothing. Some people prefer the feeling of silk. Some people prefer the feeling of cotton. I prefer the feeling of all things.
Are you saying I'm cotton, or what? Are you, I don't understand the metaphor. You really need to unpack that for me.
I'm pansexual. I would, in theory, do this to whoever, but I am more discerning than most.
I don't understand your motivations.
Okay,
You need to tell me.
right. Well, full stand. You and I had had a bit to drink, and sometimes when you have a bit to drink, you decide to do something fun. Like, I don't know, kiss or have sex or go out and, shoot some birds.
You didn't shoot birds.
I didn't shoot birds. I've never done that. Hunting's not for me. I'm trying to give you examples. I'm kind of stuck to the first two. I also like to make food when I'm drunk. It's nice. But anyway.
I have never been kissed before. I've been engaged twice, but I've never kissed anyone. You seem disturbed.
Well. Gosh, is that the time? He starts standing up.
But that's why you need to tell me things, because I don't understand.
He kind of stops. He looks at the door. He looks down at his feet. And he sighs. And he says, Allstan, I had a lovely time. Thank you for letting me be the first person you trusted to kiss. And I remember in our letters, you mentioned you wanted to break away from the expectations that your parents had laid out for you.
Yeah, I kind of broke off an engagement before I came here, so that was a pretty big...
Instead, it's completely up to you what you choose to do with your freedom. No one can tell you no. No one can stop you doing whatever it is you wish to do based on princely duties. You're not in court anymore. That being said, you should be careful. There are people who would take advantage of that. And there are cats everywhere.
Screaming!
There are people who would take advantage of that. And I don't want to see any harm come to you. Especially not in my care, and especially not when it's to do with love, relationships, intimacy, or any other kind of personal freedom that you may not have experienced before.
I've experienced love before, but I have not. I was saying that I have not experienced the bruising of the skin and the pressing of the lips has not been done before. Kitty cat.
Oh, Baxi.
The baby.
Oh.
This is a different one. His sister first, and now it's Kay. Okay, buddy.
I love cats.
Okay.
Dinner ready? Just have it in front of you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That's fine. If you want to take your ham off, that's fine as well. So that you can eat comfortably, whatever you want to do. I know you're there.
Or do you?
I'll still be listening, but I'll be back.
Sure thing. Also, Loran looks a little bit lost for words. A little bit like...
I'm sorry. I am confusing you, and I am...
No.
I just really wanted an explanation, because I feel like this trip is supposed to be me learning things that my parents didn't want me to learn, and that is why I want to bring Astra and Sparks along, and it is why I did not mind kissing you, and I know you wouldn't, well, necessarily. Well, you were planning to ransom me, but I don't feel like you're going to take advantage of me.
Well,
I don't need any further counselling on those issues. I just wanted to hear it from your mouth and
no, I was just going to say it's a fair enough way to convince me to bring your friends along, I suppose. He sits down next to you. How was it? Did you enjoy yourself?
enjoy the making the friends or the
The kissing.
that was quite nice. Although I was a bit drunk, so
Alston, in order to dispel any uncomfort, ill will, or lack of memories you may have had of the moment,
you
with
could
your
kiss me
permission,
again.
I'll give you a proper one.
Mhm.
Okay? But I want to be very clear with you what this means,
Mhm.
because I think it's important to communicate.
His face hasn't changed, but it's slowly going red.
Okay. I am not looking for a relationship. I
That's
don't
okay.
really do relationships at all.
Okay.
If we kiss now, it is a mutual agreement and it's an acknowledgement that you need a proper first kiss and not whatever drunken slop I gave you previously. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. So you're going to close your eyes.
Yes. He does that.
Okay. Loran very gently kind of brushes the hair out of your face. And in doing so, kind of like takes your chin and strokes your cheek and brings you forward. And he kisses you softly.
Strumming my pain with his fingers.
His lips are smooth and untouched. You feel the soft brush of stubble. No. And
Also stays incredibly still.
Lion pulls back and just says, okay, relax slightly.
I am relaxed.
He gives you one last peck and then says, right, time to go. And employ Astra and Sparks.
The second All-Star stands, he falls back over.
I'll give you a moment.
That's fine. I want to sit down here for a bit.
Okay, he winks. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay.
Lauren closes the door.
All-Star falls on his side.
If you could see out into the corridor, Loran would touch his lips and look away. Interesting. And walks in.
Meanwhile.
Leo, was there anything you wanted to do before you go and meet Sophin? You have about an hour to calm yourselves down and settle in.
Probably just gonna spend this hour to clean up, mend clothing, and just, you know, the practical stuff, you know.
Yeah. So after a little bit of time, you hear a knock on the door. And it opens up. I'm going to say, oh, Bluey is here as well, for sure. Anna, you've got like one side is like, wee, and then one side is like, wee. It's cute. Wee. I feel like Bluey would have a hairstyle like that if she had hair. You know, I had to draw a dragonborn with hair once.
Oh.
Do you want me to show you?
No.
I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them. You can't stop me. And then, here she is. Dragonborn with hair.
No. Not her.
Interesting. I like the skin on this one.
Not the hair though.
Not their hair. And then another dragonborn. But this one's more spooky.
Okay. I don't.
Anywho, The two of you are... I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
The two of you are settling in when you hear a knock on the door. And upon opening the door up, you see a silver and cobalt blue robed individual carrying 2 large scrolls of paper, a box of quills, and a little briefcase of other stationery equipment at their side. And they seem to have kind of large, like, round glasses, a big mop of curly kind of auburn hair. They appear to be human, maybe about 17 years old or so, lots of like freckles and acne pockmarks. And as they approach you, they say, hello! It's a pleasure to meet the two of you. My name's Ender Shun, and I've been I've been sent here to assist the archival assistants in their assisting business. And for you guys, the assisting business means setting you up with library cards. Is that okay?
Sure, that sounds great.
Wonderful.
You took the cart with us.
Pardon me?
Days ago. You were in the cart with us a few days ago.
Oh, yes. Well, actually, I volunteered to come up and speak with you guys because upon hearing your descriptions, of course, I recognized you. I've only been here a few days, but I've settled in very well. It's wonderful here. I am glad to see you made it all this way safely and without any issues.
And
No issues whatsoever.
You haven't had any issues here at the temple?
Oh, absolutely not. This is a lovely place filled with lovely people. Obviously, the only hiccup really was when Sarfir was killed, but we brought her back.
Oh.
And she is resting now, and, you know, I'm sure she'll get used to all the legs soon.
Oh.
Question to DM Emma. I'm guessing that's alluding to centaur, and I'm also guessing that centaurs are very rare, at least in this world.
I've only really seen a few in my lifetime, but wow, how cool it must be to go from being so small to so massive. Anyway, like I said, I'm here to set you all up with library cards. And he unfolds his paper. And he just says, right, I am sure you are aware of all of this already, but I will now read out to you terms and conditions and the dangers associated with library. The Temple of Bahamut is not liable for any information you may find which will cause you distress. Any books you may come across which may curse you or otherwise impede you from doing your daily business. Dangers include having your eyes open to a world beyond your own, seeing into other dimensions, learning about dark magics which you cannot control and cannot stop, paper cuts, among other things. This is not an extensive list, but just merely a snapshot of what you may encounter in the various libraries of the world. Upon signing your declaration to take on a library card, you are taking up a sacred duty, a sacred helm. To further, excuse me, he so clears his throat. I'm through puberty, so it's a little bit hard for me to speak. Where was I? Oh, right. A sacred helm to protect others by sharing knowledge and telling stories. Upon signature of this document, you are agreeing to further our cause. I'm going through puberty. It's really difficult for me to do this accent right now. Sign here, and he passes you a quill. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Do we actually need the card if we're just going to read in the library?
Oh, you're going to join the Librarians Guild.
I'm sorry?
if you want to go into the library, you have to join the Librarians Guild. It's a new thing that I've introduced for this game specifically, because I thought it would be funny.
Game.
I mean, I don't know what that means.
Just don't give me a minute. I'm gonna read over all this paperwork. You know.
Of course, please read. I will explain to you the Librarians Guild. So essentially, what this means is any library in the known world will allow you access, within reason, obviously, to its general collections, and you will have advantage on the relevant based checks. So if you're reading an arcane textbook, an advantage on an arcana check to understand what you're reading, advantage on a medicine check if you're reading a medical textbook, a nature check in order to help further your knowledge. It'll help you figure out various things along the way. And of course, having a library card will help you talking your way into more restricted areas of libraries, etc., to get information which you may not be access to otherwise.
All right. Astra will sign. However, they are going to use they're going to use a different script, like a different alphabet, basically, to write their signatures, so that it's not as immediately obvious that they're not signing Astra.
Okay. Wonderful, thank you. I'll set you up with the library card. And Miss Sparks?
Well, we must, I think, right, we've got to remain vigilant about the state of the world. We've got to know about it. So,
Indeed.
I'll sign up.
Woo! Okay, you sign. And Ender opens up his briefcase, which the moment he pops the little clasp and pulls it open, from beneath, like table legs spring out and they kind of like settle into place, like the chair from Suzume no Tojimari, just kind of like taking on a life of its own for a moment to sort of like stand up. And you see there is a little card press, an embosser, and an ink stamp, as well as a very old-fashioned style portrait machine, which is to capture your likeness into a sketch. And he says, right, we'll just have to sit here for 10 to 15 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure, that sounds great.
Wonderful. Do not move.
Don't move.
Do not move. And he just sits like that for 10 minutes, just like twiddling his thumbs. You know, I traveled far to get here. Did you guys travel far? Did you have a good trip? You had a good trip? Good.
Where did you come from? Like Astra will ask questions while Bluey's is getting done, and assumably they'll like alternate, so it's not just like awkward silence the whole time.
I came from Eldrolith. My mom and I lived there in a lovely area of the castle. We work for the royal family, which is why I'm so high up in this whole library thing.
Lala, Baz, there's no more food, I promise.
Babies. But yeah, no, my mom's so lovely. My dad sadly passed away.
Let him stay that way.
Recently. Well, not recently. Recent enough. Well, recent enough that it still hurts. But anyway.
I'm sorry to hear that. Were you very close?
Yeah, well, he was really busy with his work and stuff. But we liked to go on father-son bonding trips. We would go to the library. We would go to the arcane auditorium. We would practice magic. We would do impressions of each other. It's kind of funny. He would be like, I'm Ender as you. I'd be like, I'm Elijah.
He would measure me to see if my skin suit fit.
Yeah, he was really no. He was really interested in, my personal well-being and stuff. It's great. He's a good dad, very attentive. He sheds a single tear. It's fine.
I lost a dad too.
Oh, really? Oh, what happened? If you don't mind me asking.
He was old.
Oh,
Don't worry. So,
do you have any
6
family?
years ago. Oh, well, I have the temple. Oh, of course. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, older than I am. I think he's 21 in a
Oh,
few months.
oh, cool. Well, hopefully, well, Anna, that's so smart. Oh my god. Wait, oh my god. Oh no.
No.
Yep.
I'm obsessed with that. I'm absolutely obsessed with that. It works so well because you already. Okay, right. Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, that's great. Wow. Well, I'd love to come to. Where are you from?
Millis.
Yeah, I should have been able to tell from the vestments and things. Yeah, I'd love to travel there sometime. I've heard it's lovely, like a paradise.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, and you're done, and
You're
I think you're done too. So I'll just stamps your names and present you with 2 library cards, and just says, make sure you don't lose these. You only get 1. If you want another, you've got to do the whole thing again. It's crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, at which point, that's okay. At which point, Ender closes up everything and says, "Well, I've got to go and check in on Sarfir. What are you guys up to in the next couple of minutes, hours, days?"
Astra holds up the library card.
I do. Like, what am I finding? Is that? Yeah, of course. Well, good to see you guys, and I'll see you in the libraries. And he turns around and opens the door. Oh, by the way, the cards allow you to bring in a guest, just one guest, and they have to be supervised at all times. So be careful, and make sure you bring in someone who is going to respect the knowledge as much as you guys do already. I'm sure. Okay, and he waves and closes the door. At which point, moments later, do you not guys?
He just walks in.
Ulster just walks in.
Hello.
Followed after a little while by the man.
Oh, we didn't come together. He just
No, we came separately.
yeah. How are things?
Astra would probably hold up the library card as well, just like.
Oh,
Picture.
a library card.
Where'd you get those?
The young man from the card with the glasses.
No.
Mm-hmm.
He does not know that
Yes.
And we did not alert him to your presence.
Good. Keep it that way. If he finds out I'm here, he will notify my parents, and then I will have to stay here. That would not be good. You understand, yes?
The man looks
Absolutely.
curious.
Good. Excellent. Naran, if you could keep my hair and my eyes brown, that should be enough.
Easy enough, yeah. You do understand, however, that when Kev, because Kev is at the moment in the infirmary, along with the other individuals you rescued, when Kev sees you, he is probably going to scream your name from the rooftops.
Maybe we could leave Kev here.
After all that trouble you went through to get him.
Well, it was to protect him from dying. I don't think he'll die here.
Right.
Unless, of course, you want to bring Keb along.
Oh, no.
If we really wanted to, we could protect him from seeing you. And if you needed to pass on messages,
Mm-hmm.
we could do it on your behalf, such that he would never alert and touch your.
Also, I could also potentially turn you into an animal.
That's true.
And you can sit on my shoulder. And we can have a little code if you want to try and communicate with me.
Okay, what kind of animal?
He looks at you. Ermine.
An ermine.
Or a hare.
Okay.
Or a snowy owl.
Those are very different animals. Anyway,
Yes.
Astra, Sparks, Loran has very nicely agreed
Oh, wait.
that you could have passage and
Wait.
boarding and food on
Excuse
the...
me. Wait. Also. Right. First of all, this is not an offer. This is an interview. Sit down.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing an interview.
Yes. Well, I don't share all of my inner workings. I've got to keep some mystery. Now, you. He looks at Astra. Your name is Astra. I assume that is a pseudonym or a fake name.
Really?
You can say yes or no. I'm not going to push you.
Just like Brian.
Wonderful. Right. Okay. You are a wanted criminal, supposedly. I don't care.
We still don't really know what you did, though.
Did you actually do anything wrong?
Just minor trespassing, really.
Okay. Have you ever done any major trespassing? You may need to if you're going to join.
Technically, entering the Stormhold
That's
place
true,
was
okay.
was major trespassing
Mm-hmm.
and property destruction and manslaughter.
Let's just say you were coming into an established crew of individuals who'd been sailing together for quite some time. How would you handle that, and what do you think you could bring to the table?
Which brings a lot for Cass to the table.
Just Cass is not here right now. She's off romancing Big Ed.
Oh.
In the snowy mountains of Patagonia.
I think he means sex ed.
Excuse me, sex ed.
That sounds tough to do in cold weather.
Sorry, say that again, Anna?
That sounds tough to do in cold weather.
Is
Hard to do in cold weather.
Is it just simply not fully coming through for you?
It just
That's
sounds
much better.
Yeah.
Just then. I think if you speak up, it comes better.
Cold weather is actually really good for your circulation.
Everyone, we're not talking about a spa trip. We're talking about joining my esteemed crew of merchants, sailors, and occasional privateers. So please, let's keep on track.
what I bring to the table is sporadic knowledge, but also accidents happen and I'm pretty good at healing.
Lucky for you, our last healer was eaten by a siren only a few weeks before I came here.
Oh.
They did more than just eat me. But anyway, so.
That doesn't sound lucky at all.
Well, not for her. For me.
I'm
I'm joking. Or am I?
I find this conversation upsetting. Can we move on to Sparks?
Okay, Astra, you're in. And I know a few fishy friends who might find you attractive. Anyway, he looks at you as if you wanted to make you uncomfortable. So.
Oh, Sarah's uncomfortable.
Right, Sparks. Is there an issue with the name Bluey?
I think Sparks sounds cool.
No, it's just what I've been.
It reminds me of an Australian cattle dog.
Wait, was it in a game someone transformed into like a blue dog And I was like, oh, it looks like this, and held up a picture of Bluey. Anyway. Right, so.
But
Sparks.
what's that-
I don't remember. That's so annoying. I specifically remember the Bluey thing.
It was the
Bluey.
Loran polymorph Bluey last session. Yeah, Sparks into Bluey.
Lauren polymorphed Bluey into a cattle dog. That was it. It was you. Okay. So what do you bring to the table?
Charming personality.
Yes, charming, it's true, but I already also bring that.
You're more of a
Ring.
suave personality.
My version to Goddess Common Trend.
Okay. We're non-denominational, but all right.
And I bring the determination to learn and grow. And
So essentially, I would be giving you an apprenticeship where you get free food and free board on my ship to learn and grow.
I thought you were enslaving her to your shop in Ironstone.
That's happening later. Right, Bluey, I'm going to help you.
a period of time.
Bluey, I'm going to help you out very quickly with this. Okay. You see, he looks around the room and spies a very beautiful, kind of well crafted, but clearly very heavy wooden chest. Can you just pick that up for me?
Yeah, sure. How is it to roll?
Maybe a strength check with advantage because you're quite strong.
General strength check.
Yeah, please. General strength check.
Unnatural 20.
Nice.
You just heft it up. You're in.
That's so impressive.
We don't have cast around, and we need more than one strong person. So you're good.
You don't have more than one strong person?
We do.
You-
On the boat.
Or
We don't have them right now. All's fair. Look at the rounder task. Do you think I'm going to do any manual lifting?
Also takes Lauren's hand and looks at his hand. No.
No. Indeed.
I see that you wanted to see how strong I was. I think
Yes.
I'm quite strong.
You are quite strong.
Sparks. Also kind of inches over to Sparks. Could you lift me up?
God damn it, Lorraine was about to ask the same thing. Go on. I want to go after him. Excuse me.
So if
I don't
you
know. I
feel
think
like-
Sparks could get you both. One in each
Dual
hand.
wielding. Alright. Bluey, it's going to take quite a feat of strength.
Allstair weighs 46 kilos. I think you can lift him.
No. To lift them
My-
both at the same
my
time. on any-
carrying capacity. Well, that doesn't quite factor into my carrying capacity is 255 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right. So you just pick them both up easy.
Easy
And
peasy.
your hand is like, wee. Okay, right. This is fun now.
This is really fun.
I don't want you guys to see me having too much fun. So I'm going to say, put me down, down.
I don't really want to go down yet.
Okay.
Can I stay up here?
Yes,
Oh,
it's a matter of balance, really. The weight's fine, but both of you, but one of you is lighter than the other. And so
I'm not going to take offense at that. He is sickly,
That's not very nice.
but it's kind of true.
Also looks immediately very sad.
Red laughs and slaps you on the back.
Wow.
Indeed. Right. Sorted. Let's go.
Where are we going?
let's go to where.
Right now we need okay. Wait, I need
alright.
to Bluey. Sparks.
I would like to look and they she's
Hello, can you-
coming to
Do me a favour. Could you turn off and turn back on again just to see if it'll do with your microphone?
It just sounds like you're underwater at the
It
moment.
sounds like you're bubbly, bubbly, bubbly.
Bubbly bubbly.
coming from here.
Actually, that was even bubblier.
Oh no. I don't know.
Can we take a 5-minute break and then maybe you can try and figure out your microphone situation?
Alright.
Um,
Back at 11.
11ish. Yeah. Is that okay? Okay, right.
Okay.
So you Okay. So, thank you. Right, so you're all gathered in this room.
Do we still have a bit of time?
Yes. Bluey was about to say something. I forgot what it was. It was
I've forgotten as well. I think to see Safia.
Look at my cool mug.
it's big,
Oh, hello.
tea. It looks beautiful and lovely.
Sorry.
That's right.
Also it's on Bluey's arm. Sorry, Sparks' arm. I have a question. Are there any in this temple? Are there different like subsections that do different things? What is the kind of functioning of the Temple of Bahamut?
Luann looks around like, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyone?
I haven't explored.
We did kind
Yes.
of just get here, so
Right, I thought you guys were religious and therefore more knowledgeable.
I mean, would there be anything a religion check could do or a history check? No.
That's more like an administration check.
Okay.
Understood. Well, I think we should go and ask the administration people. He's not trying to be mean at all. He's just stating exactly what comes into his head.
I'm sure that. I mean, I don't have too much experience in libraries, but I'm sure, at the very least, holding up the card, like we'll be able to get somewhere, get some leads.
Isla looks at the card, looks up at Sparks, walks over to Astra, takes her wrist, and starts walking out of the room.
Luann follows. Ulster hops down from Bluey's arm. So Sparks, you have the choice of standing here with your card and I'm not going to metagame you.
Wait, hold on.
also just a thing of Astra would have written
I have a little thing for you guys.
I didn't bring it up.
their
I didn't
name
answer.
in Thieves' Cant.
Oh.
I don't know. You didn't ask me to. In Feeds Can. Cute.
Cat. Well, that cat's gonna have your thing.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely the alpha mum we decided last night because the cats don't respect Emma at all.
I don't want to be respected. I only want to be loved.
Just not
Oh.
Banana.
Why would you say that? Why the fuck would you say that? Or you knew you were about to jump.
Wait, I'm gonna send some videos from last night, which are the funniest things. So Emma has this thing that Lala cuddles me more than
It's to sleep on Lily's side of the bed is the reason.
right. So she was trying to get a cuddle from Lala, like I had in the first video, but this is what happened in the second video.
I need to watch this again.
Yeah, just in the Facebook chat.
Really devastating.
Just loading.
So yeah, the first one is how Lala cuddled Lily. And
Lala loves me.
the second one is how Baz cuddled me.
It's just that Baz is cross-eyed in the video. He's like, oh.
Oh, baby.
You're insane, Babble.
Babble. Where is he? Oh, Babble, hello. Wait, can you see him? Babble.
Bogus. Bagoose.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyway, sorry, to get us back on track. Ulster will be leading Astra, and as they go, he says quietly, I think you're my favourite.
Oh.
Ignoring Sparks and Loran.
There's a little like purple like violet flush to like her ears, and she just kind of like
Loran leans
Nuzzles
into
a little
Sparks and
bit.
says, I heard him say something cruel.
Oh. About what?
He said that
No.
Astra and I were his favourites.
I mean, that's okay. it's okay to not have everyone as your favorite
Which basically,
person. You know,
yeah, I know, but it just kind of basically means that everybody else in the group he prefers, which is kind of sad, isn't it?
Also, just calmly looks over his shoulder. Sparks, I think you're my second favorite.
Oh,
you know what I was about to say. You know, the gap between favorite and second favorite, at least for me, is very small.
It is very small.
It's very small. You know what else is very small? We both at your stare.
You made enough comments about my size. He turns to Astra and quietly says, "No, how are your experiences with chronic illnesses?"
I'm willing to give it a shot.
I will come by your room later. Let us find the administration.
So, you go around asking people for the administration?
Where is the administration?
Okay, so first of all, as you guys walk around the castle, you notice it is darker than before, as night is beginning to fall. And as night falls in the Temple of Bahamut, the time for prayer and meeting and communal sharing of meals and altruism begins. There are lots of different groups are going around. You see there are some silver-cloaked and armoured individuals who are heading out of the front door, down the front steps of the temple as if off to go defend or protect those less fortunate than themselves.
Also goes up to them and asks where the administration is.
They look at you and then they look confused and then they keep walking.
That's not very altruistic of you.
One of them will say, "Madam, the administration is that's a difficult thing to say."
Did you just assume my gender?
I don't see gender. I only see madam.
Well, be that as it may, it is incorrect in this instance. So let's move forward. And
he takes one step forward.
You're very funny, aren't you?
I didn't.
Astra
graduate.
says that in Draconic.
My mom was a dragonborn, but I don't speak Draconic. Sorry.
You're not very nice, and also turns around to leave.
I'm joking, by the way. He didn't say that. And except he did. So anyway.
What is the point in being here if there is no administration?
So you go then to the next group of people who appear to be have their sleeves rolled up. They've got like veils over their faces and they're holding brooms. As you appear, there's like, "Are you here to help?"
Where's the administration?
What do you mean?
Where is information?
Saphir?
Ah, of course.
Oh, you're looking for Saphir. I'm looking for administration as well.
Right. So the person you're speaking to has the face of a fox, with russet fur, and has a sort of like tunnel-shaped mask.
Or pokes their nose.
That is not allowed.
Oh.
But if you want to, you can switch my ears. And then anyway, now that you've done something for me, I may do something for you. Saphir is currently in the infirmary. You go over there, turn left, up the stairs, spiral, down in the basement.
What's the point in spiraling upstairs to go down?
Broom, 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 broom.
Right. Well, if there's no administration, is there anyone who can send a message?
Oh, wait. When you say administration, do you mean like central offices of people who can kind of like tell you how the whole place is organized?
That's what administration means.
Yes, it is. I always just thought you meant a place called the administration. I misunderstood completely and I apologize. Saphir is the person you wish to speak to. She is the outreach officer.
So can she send messages?
No.
Then what? Who can?
Well, the Temple of Bahamut doesn't really have any kind of divination services available to the general public. You have to make a formal request.
For not the general public.
Well, that would be something you'll talk to Saphir about.
Okay. But Safia can't send messages.
No.
Ulster slowly looks back at Loran. Right.
Well, she would have to submit a request.
And how long does a request take?
2 to 3 weeks. And if it's submitted as an urgent request and someone's life is on the line, in which case we would do an immediate divination, just to check on their well-being.
You have a really strange way of running things.
There's a lot of people who come in looking for a lot of people, especially these days.
Right. We'll go to Safia. He drops back to Loran. Loran, I might need your services again.
Naturally.
I was trying to find someone else.
I'm sorry. The person in the cleaning uniform.
It's okay. It's not your fault that your system is fundamentally flawed.
Oh, no, let me explain properly. I don't think I've done this very well. This is a new thing that we've had to introduce in the last few months, just because of the influx of requests we've been getting from all over the country. At the moment, we're really short-handed. I don't know if Safia mentioned this to you, but we've had to put out requests for apprentices, disciples from all over the country, and we're even considering making requests from abroad because we've had a lot to do, and not a lot of hands to do it with. So that's why at the moment our systems for divination are slower than usual. Usually a divination like a message could be carried out for free as a charitable cause in only a day or two, but because we're so low on people, it's taken longer, and we have to reserve the channels for people who may be harmed or injured or might be at risk of losing their lives. I'm really sorry. I wish there was something I could do to help you. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian, okay. They put their broom down and they sort of take out a little notebook and they start scribbling. Who is it you're trying to reach? At the very least, let's start the official process for you now so that if you can't get an emergency, then you can have a guaranteed message in 2 weeks.
That's really okay. I think 2 weeks might be a little bit late. But I appreciate the gesture. He takes the notepad and draws a smiley face and hands it back. Thank you.
Okay. If you need any help, spiritual guidance, I'm Kit.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Kit.
You get it?
Yes.
I do.
Let's go see Safia.
Okay. As you walk, Lauren says, "This country's in a bit of a bind."
Yeah, it seems they've got lots of issues, but don't we all?
Yeah, I suppose. I guess I don't really care. Anyway, la 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 la.
But you do business here.
Yes, but Ironstone's fine for the moment, and I can look after myself.
You said everything was connected by a chain, though.
Well, that's a restaurant.
I don't see your point.
Well, okay, maybe if you're taking the... He briefly explains to you the chain restaurant concept, in case you guys don't know it. And then he says, well, that if you're taking the chain as a metaphor, then I suppose, yes, everything is connected. And probably whatever issues are taking over the north of the country will eventually seep into the south. But I, for the moment, am fine. So I'll choose to worry about that as and when.
Doesn't this mean that people in a prayer along the chain are going to be in danger eventually, though?
Probably. But if that happens, I'll move everything to somewhere else.
What about people you care about?
I don't.
That you have a whole crew that does work?
On the sea.
What about your family?
You do eventually have to make land.
Thank you for the therapy, everyone. But I think we have business. What's up?
Wasn't therapy, I was just asking.
Mm-hmm. I choose to move past those questions and towards the next goal. Stop it. And he starts wandering forward.
Ulster looks at Astra and just like...
Pointedly not mentioning, answering your question about his family.
Let him keep his secrets. For now.
She whispers, even like lower.
Well, I only have 2 parents, so that's my family. What about you?
How many parents do you have?
Just the one.
Well, that could be nice.
Oh, she's, my mother's lovely.
My mother's not.
That's disappointing to hear.
I mean, it's kind of difficult when you're in like politics, you know, because then all of the time you spend is on politics and child rearing.
Suppose that makes it very difficult, but well, hopefully she will be proud of the man you've become.
Oh, she's not. He links his arm with Astra and just keeps swinging.
That's even further disappointing. You are absolutely lovely.
Well, now my father thinks that I am in cahoots. He leans in sexually with Loran, so I'm probably in a lot of trouble.
Well, I hope you've certainly earned any trouble. She winks.
No, you are. That is very nice, complimentary of you, but no.
She just kind of gives his arm like a reassuring little squeeze.
He looks very anxious. You notice that he's been biting his nails a lot. Completely not linked to the fact that I am also biting my nails, but he is really biting at them.
Brian,
No,
is
he's
there
not
something
indicated.
stressing you out at this current moment?
I mean, we just have to talk to Safia, and then I'm going to have to talk to Loran. But I really thought there would be more chances to message someone, because in the palace at home, there's lots of chances for people to do that. But I guess here that it's a bit more strained and there's a bit more people, so yeah.
Who are you looking for? Sorry, that was very... Ugh. Who are you looking for?
Just a friend. I mean, I haven't seen him in like 6 years. So I would like to stay in touch, as it were.
Of course, of course.
I don't have that many friends, so I'm kind of just, keeping tabs. I hope we can become friends, because then I could also keep tabs on you.
I'd say we already are.
Good.
Does this friend have a name? Or another carefully guarded secret?
I mean, he does have a name, but if I can't contact him, then there's really not much point in talking about it any further, I suppose.
Well, if it matters to you, now it matters to me, so feel free to share.
He beams. My favourite. He says loud enough around here.
Around laughs. I've been able to hear everything. No need to shout. My attention.
Astra
Anyway.
switches to Druidic to continue the conversation with Allstare.
They keep talking, and John's like, fuck.
Loran saunters forwards and is like, oh. You're only leaving out Bluey.
Up the spiral staircase and then down to the basement.
It's true.
This is a long passage.
You think there's like a slide?
Loran is like, just a moment. Snaps his fingers and the stairs will smooth out and he makes it a slide.
Also, is so
One at a time, and he passes your burlap sacks and please foot first.
Astra is just like, I was gonna say Astra is just like lets off this little like sparkles of like just joy and excitement at this.
Yeah, wonderful. Loran hops onto the magic carpet and basically flips around until he makes it to the bottom.
This is so fun.
Can I just say as well, as Loran does it the first time, where he's like, and makes it a slide, you hear a couple of like, there's people who are already on the stairs start falling.
They'll be
When
fine.
you guys get to the bottom, you see a
Oh,
pile
no.
of bruised disciples just like dazedly getting up.
I'm guessing they've never been on a slide before.
I must have triggered the trip step. I don't know how I did that, one of them says. Anyway.
We all says steps over them.
Gives individuals one guest. I'm just making sure I've got my notes down.
Little Lala.
Specific
Little chicken.
knowledge.
He's just staring at the feeder.
Sparks would try and help him up.
La,
Oh.
la, 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 la.
Also, I
Lala,
have
please.
to ask, would Sparks like do like almost like a cool like surfing kind of move all the way down the stairs? Just like take it in style.
She would now.
With the hashi?
Or
She gets
she'd
her
try
hashi
her
on?
best. Of course. I think that's delightful. Thank you.
So, you guys make it to the infirmary, and again, you notice this is quite sparsely occupied in terms of the disciples there, but all the beds are full. All the beds are full. A number of them have white sheets, just kind of like drawn around like curtains, to stop you peering in. And at the very, very far end, Safir, whose head you can see kind of poking out into the alleyway, not alleyway, the walkway, is sitting, lying down with her eyes like kind of like peacefully closed, and her head propped up against a pillow. And you come up to her close enough to see that where her gnomish body should end, it keeps going and going, and you see centaur legs and a little horse tail kind of just like flicking out at the end.
That's unfortunate.
Anyway,
Scratching.
and she
Just saying it's a big adjustment.
Well, better
And,
alive in a centaur than
Mm.
the
dead.
alternative.
Although if you're dead, I suppose you could go to other planes that you couldn't normally access in a living body.
That's true.
Something to ponder.
Perhaps it wasn't her time to move on.
Excuse me.
Hi.
You just hear Safir cough. Gee. Oh, it's you. Oh, good. Oh, good. And she sits up and there's like, and she has like, wait, hang on, I don't really know how to. Let me just, and she completely maneuvers her whole body in order to be in a seating up position.
Hi.
Hi. It's just a bit new for me.
Mm.
I'm trying my best.
We're here for our meeting.
Yes, well, I apologise profusely for dying. It was not my intention, not my plan at all.
Do you know who killed you?
Someone pink? Ring any bells?
Yep.
I only got a brief look at their hands and then, poof.
Why would they go so far to frame us, I wonder?
Well, that's what I want to apologise for. I am so sorry. I have made extensive efforts to clear your names. None of you are pink-skinned, from what I understand. And from my
Kind of
further
pink-skinned.
understanding, well, you are a little bit upstairs, but not quite the shape that I saw. From my further understanding, a body, which I was able to
A
identify,
body has been discovered.
was discovered not 100 meters from where I was untimely murdered.
A body.
Yes, so, right. We'll have you have a look at it later, just to be sure.
Okay.
However,
How
yes,
are you feeling?
I'm missing a large chunk of memories, and
Oh.
my sense of moral justice is weird at the moment.
Mm.
I'm trying to figure that out.
So if I
Weird
slapped
how?
someone, would you think that's wrong or good?
I guess I don't really care either way.
There you go. It's apathy.
That's how it's weird. Apathy. It's quite yes. Anyway, I suppose my religion is being tested.
That's me in the corner.
But not to worry. I personally have decided to stick with my original goals after some extensive coaching from my friends. I'm still mostly all here, a couple of marbles out the year, but
We all
Mostly
know
all,
that. Yeah.
The reason I wished to speak with you was, of course, to identify the body that was found, but also to fill you in on all the information that I was unable to at our meeting.
Where's the body?
It's in the morgue.
Are we in the morgue?
No. The morgue and the infirmary are very separate. It'd be quite distressing if the morgue and the infirmary were in the same room.
Well, I guess it would make sense to have them near each other.
Yeah, well, the morgue is like 2 more levels down, so we're colder.
Should we go have our meeting in the morgue?
No, I do not want to get up because let me show you. She stands up, her legs wobble like a foal's, and then she falls sideways.
Bluey could carry you.
Oh,
sorry, Sparks.
Bluey, I'm going to draw the line at a fully grown centaur horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
She'd
was there
probably
for
be
the
moving
original meeting.
very slow.
I was doing other things.
Around ways.
So what was the original meeting about?
Well, the original meeting was to discuss something I'm sure you have now already come into close contact with, which is the elements of necromancy that are affecting our country. Full stare.
Gosh.
Excuse me, sorry, that was a mistake. She doesn't know your real name. Brian, now that you're here, I do think it might be a smart idea to fill you in as well. Druids and clerics are not far removed from one another in the end. Much
Actually,
like clerics and paladins.
we're quite different.
Well, yes, but in terms of the preservation of the natural world, we can be aligned.
It's more about like working in tandem with the natural world and like taking the flow of nature into account.
Well, we take the flow of life into account, and
Mostly human life.
I see that as an aspect of nature.
Yeah, I suppose, but only really if. Sorry, I am really off topic. Let's continue.
That's okay. She looks at the 3 of you and looks at Loran as well, and is like, I don't know if you would really be considered part of what we would call the altruistic.
No, he's part of this. He is our friend.
She's like, right. Okay. Looks at the 3 of you. Okay. Some time ago, I would say about a year maybe, we started encountering some issues when it came to burying bodies.
They came back.
Quite. Well, the dead did not seem to stay dead. Are you aware of the practice of funeral bells?
Yeah, the dingle-lingles when you bury someone underground and they're still alive.
It's because ever since the nouveau invention of magic and healing practices, it's become far less of an issue. But it's now a funerary rite, I suppose. It's moved from just interring people into the ground and hoping they're dead to we have a bell for them so that they can communicate with us from the afterlife. And
I suppose someone could be a really heavy sleeper as well.
well, bells were chiming off left, right, and centre, and we dug people up and then let them go along with their business.
But they weren't living, were they?
They were, in fact, dead, yes.
We encountered some zombies.
Zombies is not the word we would use.
But we encountered some zombies.
Did you?
Yeah, we he looks around. Is this okay to share?
Everything you say is safe here.
We encountered some zombies at the Northwind stronghold. There were about 8 of them. There was also a strange flesh golem, who might count as a zombie-ish thing. But they were apparently once real people who had died, and then they came back, and then they were zombies.
I see. Well,
taking some kind of drug.
Interesting.
Didn't really find out more.
The Northwind stronghold, you say?
Yeah. It's
Are
not
you
there.
aware that that's built on the ruins of a bottling plant?
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Well, regardless. At the moment, we aren't 100% sure of where or why this is coming from. We are doing our best to contain the for lack of a better word, outbreak. As of yet, we are we're a bit short-handed, like I said.
How long ago did this start again?
About a year.
About a year. That's when we first started noticing it. We are hoping that it's not been around for longer than that.
How many
But-
bodies would you say you've
Discovered with this affliction.
have gotten
Gone
up and
with-
left, so to speak?
Luckily, it's not everyone. At the moment, the outbreak seems to pertain to a certain logic, which we don't have the manpower to investigate yet.
Forster gets his journal out and starts making notes.
There are three main groups that appear to be affected by this. Those involved in funerary rites and religion. That's why we are so short-handed.
Are you saying you are affected by it emotionally, or are you affected by it physically and that you become zombies?
Physically, in that some of our number have fallen to this, though this is the smallest number of all of us.
Impacted by zombie.
So anyone in the medical profession is being urged to take extensive care. Anyone in the religious sector is also being urged to take extensive care. That is the first group. The second is the impoverished of the nation, the poorest people,
How big is your impoverished population?
larger now.
And why haven't your royal family done anything about that?
Well, the royal family have receded somewhat into themselves.
What does that mean?
They were always somewhat of a figurehead, though a monarchy our country still is. Control of the country was forfeited over to the Temple of Bahamut and the Temple of Tiamat. The Temple of Tiamat was destroyed a long, long time ago, so the Temple of Tiamat itself operates from Eldrelith's watch.
Which is where the royal family is.
Indeed. Only we, and she gestures around here, still have our own bastion of religion.
What about the monetary stores of the royal family? Could it not be redistributed?
Ironstone is where coin is manufactured,
You can't just print more money there.
and it is where the royal
I've been told.
treasury is. It's best not to keep half of our government with all of the money and all of the resources. We are not that silly. So Ironstone is the capital, and the money is looked after there.
Sounds like you should really have a poverty crisis meeting.
Quite. But like I said, we don't have enough staff on hand at the moment.
Contact Eldrelith.
We have. And as you may have seen, we've been sending people down to Eldrelith.
And
None of them have yet returned to us. None of them have replied with any good news.
okay,
It's not a dire enough situation at the moment that we think, oh, they're all dead. But we've
Sounds
spared a
pretty
lot of
dire.
manpower, and we can't afford really to send anyone else.
if you can't, it's supposed to be your capital city. You can't fit your entire population into this temple.
She sighs and just says, "You are all on the younger side. So I regret to give you this information, but our country is not perfect by any means. And it is going through turmoil much like that we have seen in Kalkan and other monarchies around the world. It is not an easy thing to have one inherent power rule. That's why the royal family forfeited it over to us. And we all wish to do more for the less fortunate. But at the current time, We simply cannot let more people die and then get back up. Because the third group of people who are affected by this are anyone who comes into close contact with these creatures.
Ulster looks around at everyone.
We don't know how or why.
I was going to ask, well, I come from a very religious, temple, and I did wonder why we hadn't sort of encountered this problem. But if it's to do with contact, then we barely have anyone enter the town, so I guess that's...
We've all technically been in contact.
Have you shared blood?
Is that part of the prerequisite?
We think maybe.
What about spit?
Perhaps.
Ulster looks at Lorraine.
I mean, shared blood with those who were affected already.
Oh no.
Then I think it should be fine. Other bodily fluids are supposedly okay, I think. That's fine.
I think I'll do a divine sense. So that's 60 feet. Particularly, are there any undead here? Sparks just wants to be sure.
Any undead? Okay. Divine sense shows you as you kind of like close your eyes and center yourself, your magic fields out. Beneath you, there are. Where you assume the morgue would be.
Oh, hang on. It's anything that's not behind total cover. I think a floor counts as total cover.
Oh, that does count. Yes. No, then there wouldn't
Okay.
be. But you can try that again when you get to the morgue. I think that'd be a good place to see.
Okay. Are there any celestials, fiends around that aren't behind total cover?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh no, Lorraine's pretty English.
Is the space, magically consecrated? All right.
It's Temple of Bahamut!
Yeah. Okay.
Does it show you Fae?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Celestial fiend undead.
You're good then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then should we identify the body?
Yes. We have a very enthusiastic associate who started with us recently.
Who?
A man named Undead.
Is he here?
I asked him to come down to help me because I can't really walk.
Right. I am suddenly feeling like I really want to become an animal. Looks at Lorraine.
Oh, well, excuse me. Bing! What do you want him to turn you into?
Ermine.
You turn into an ermine. Wrap around his neck like a scarf.
Yeah. Actually, no, he's not that. He's still like really embarrassed around Lorraine, so I think he'd look at Lorraine and then crawl up Astra's leg.
Wonderful. Look, it's Lala.
And go sit on her shoulder.
Hang on. I just need to keep him.
He's beautiful behind the little curtain.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Oh, he just hit me with it.
He loves a good headbutt.
I forgot what it was like to get headbutted by a cat. Damn.
He gives such good headbutts.
Little wriggle. He wants to wriggle. Wee.
Goodbye.
Sorry, I bothered him. Okay.
Also, the Ermine just patters against Astra's neck and points onwards.
Okay. So,
Squeak, squeak.
as you, Ermine, Androshoon peers around the corner and just says, "Hello, friends. It's good to see you again. And a new friend." And he looks around and he waves and says, "My name is Androshoon, and I don't care." Oh, well, it's nice to meet you too, sir.
And I care that your name is Ender Ashun. Don't worry.
She's alive.
Hmm?
And
Say again?
he mouths, "She's lying," and Loran just shakes his head, and Ender's like, "You really care? Cool. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's not important." He shuffles. "I'm here to help you guys out. By the way, your friend Kev, I've been keeping him company. He's a real talker. He's really
Oh, Kev.
I was wondering whether you wanted me to bring him down as well, because he's just about recovered. He can even walk and talk and is awake.
Wow, that's so good.
Do you want me to go get him and bring him here?"
Yeah, I mean, shakes its head.
Okay.
I think later we will definitely
I don't know why I'm
sit with him.
He seems to have a very fragile constitution. Let's not subject him to the morgue.
The Ermine asserts dominance over Endorashun.
Okay, well, understood. So you guys follow Ender down, and Safia kind of like waves you all by and says, "Come back before you leave. Make sure we have another chat."
You guys want to know something wild?
What?
We'll start at the same age.
Craziness.
Okay. Is Ulster, is he older than 19?
Physically 19.
He's physically 18 at the moment. He's 19 in the second campaign. I made him when I was a wee bairn.
Wow.
I'm now older than the
he's mentally 26, but he's physically 18.
which is funny because Loran is, in terms of years, like 100 and something, but is physically and mentally like 24, 25. Anywho's. It's fantasy.
The Ermine is very much enjoying being an Ermine and keeps running around your neck, Astra.
She
Climbs up your
periodically
horns.
just giggles. This is so Ulster would actually notice that Astra's horns are kind of flexible like shark fins.
He starts swinging a little bit. He's like, wee, woo,
Ow, 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 ow.
woo.
That's a little sensitive.
He swings much more gently. Wee, woo.
Emma, are you okay?
Nothing.
Astra's horns are cartilaginous rather than bony, so that's
Like yeah. Oh, freaky. Is this to do with being part tiefling?
Oh, Lala needed the toilet.
Oh.
So cute. Okay. So,
Hello.
do you guys mind if we take another 5-minute break? Just my back hurts a little bit. And
Not at
we'll
all.
when we go down to the down
The
to
bodies.
what
It's
time
okay.
should we resume?
11:55, or do you want to take a slightly longer one this time? Are you comfortable with it?
I'm as good as it gets.
Okay, then let's say 5 minutes or so. I'm just gonna get a blanket because it's a bit cold.
Yeah, I'm cold.
I'm very cold.
You a bit cold, are you?
Oh,
Bit cold. Is that Lala? What's wrong? What happened?
stubbed it real hard.
Oh, baby.
Oh, ouch.
It's okay.
Ouchie, ouchie. Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci.
I don't know how cold it is for. Oh shit, that's never mind. It's 16.7 currently here.
Oh, freezing. How cold is it? Really warm enough. Right.
Is it warmer where you are?
It's cold.
Let me
Colder.
find out. It's currently 10 degrees.
It's currently
Oh.
24 degrees.
Yuck.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
Right.
Feels like 8 degrees apparently.
So here we are. I'm ready. You guys start to sit down to the morgue with Ender Sheen. It is a bizarre maze-like way to get down there. But Loran turns it into a slide again, and you guys go.
Do I have to roll dexterity to see if I stay on Astra's shoulder?
Sure. Everybody roll me dexterity checks then.
11.
All right.
11.
11.
Ooh,
Okay. You kind of like go down on your own little ermine bottom, like
I jump over people and use them as slides.
true. Astra, did you roll dexterity check? And Bluey? Sparks?
Just a general dexterity check.
General dexterity.
Oh no!
17.
17. Nice. Whee!
No, not so Tony Hawk Pro Skater right now with the 6.
6. You roll. You Wilhelm scream. There are a couple of real good Wilhelm screams in the D&D film, I'll have you know. Great.
Ooh,
Real good.
nice.
It's real fun. Anyway, Wilhelm is
Look,
so, when you guys get into the morgue, you see a
Yes.
number of these sort of like marble sort of shelves sort of tucked into the walls. Now, unlike a regular morgue, these appear to be padlocked shut.
Do we hear any rattling from inside?
Quite a bit.
Ulster runs in panicked
Oh.
circles around on the floor.
What's more distressing, and Ender says, just so you know, every single person in here has been tested and found to be a very dangerous level of undead. So, no matter what you hear, don't listen to them, okay?
Okay, but how many?
Here, in this one, there's about 20. But this is not the biggest one.
Oh my god.
how were they tested, and how do you know that the people testing them are safe?
Also does that exact pose on top of Astra's head.
I feel like we have just both of them just.
Well,
The Emily complains loudly.
how are they tested? Give me a second because I've only learned about this in the last few days. He flips through a notebook. So this has been going on for about a year. When they first started learning about all of this, they didn't really know what to do with everyone. So they kept them in the infirmary. And they soon started to notice a pattern of going from... I agree. Of going from seemingly normal, recovering human person, or humanoid person, I'm sorry, I misspoke, to slightly more zombie-like, to very zombie-like, but with more normal motor functions, to pure zombie with no motor functions, to dead body. It's like a process that they go through over a very long period of time. The only issue is that they don't actually really die when they're dead bodies; they're just kind of dormant. We have a completely separate section for those other categories. So there are people who act and look like people who we suspect might be zombies, and we keep them all in one nice, separate, but relatively free open area. And if we observe through religious practice that they heal, they get better, and they can improve back to full health, then we know they're not a zombie. There are some, however, who will only continue to show more signs of zombification, and then we move them down to the next level where we still observe them and make sure that everyone's okay. And then if they show more signs of becoming zombie, then we move them down here. And then this is like the second to last place they go. So it's 100% certain that everybody here is a zombie. Dum dum dum.
He starts patting the top of Astra's head.
Are you ready? You seem distressed and confused. Concerned, sorry. Yeah. Yes, very good. What is Ender is like, excuse me, let me just translate.
Yeah.
Squeaking.
He jumps from Astra's head onto Loran's head and buries himself in Loran's head.
Nice. Sir, what is it that seems to concern you? Everything.
Everything. All of it. I don't know. Bluey. Sorry, forgive me. Sparks. I'm trying to wrap my head around. They're just collecting undead.
Yes.
Well, are you saying that final stage where they just remain dormant? They don't stay dead.
Those people who you don't keep here for obvious reasons. We have been attempting to move them using a series of underground tunnels that connect to a lesser Temple of Bahamut to a safe, secure location so that anyone here could potentially still be cured.
Ulster has jumped down, scatters across the floor and bites Ender's ankle and scatters all the way back.
What are you doing? I'm confused. What are you trying to say? Please, just say what you mean, guys. Okay. Your Ermine can really communicate for an animal.
Right, I'm going to try and find the pink tiefling. I want to get out of here.
Okay.
He skitters around.
So, as they knew you were coming, the door is unlocked and Ender pushes the door open. And when you hear the door open, you hear rattling from most of these different marble drawers. At which point you also hear the strangest accumulation of voices. You hear people speaking in Draconic, in Druidic, in human languages, like of all types. You hear people speaking Tarnet, in Aprayan, in Common, and all of these people are saying a range of things. You hear someone say, excuse me, it's rather dark in here. Do you reckon you could turn the lights back on? And to, that'll be 6 pence then, madam. That'll be a 5 then, madam. Sir, yes, that'll be a gold.
I bite Ender's ankle again.
2, yes.
Okay. Did Sparks tell the group about the undead that were in the tavern? Particularly in the barrels.
Oh, I think so.
I think so as well.
Okay.
In the cave,
I would think it
once
was in the
we
tavern.
settled. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, the barrels were in the tavern,
Yeah,
but I
okay.
think Sparks told people in the cave.
Okay.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. I was just wanting to potentially, if Bluey wants to bring that up instead. But
Okay, which town were we in? Sorry, the coastal.
we were in the Axe.
The Coastal Tavern.
Was it the Axe or the Fang? It was
The Fang.
Fang.
In the
Fang. Thank you.
The Sultan Plank Tavern was the first one you went to. And then there was also a tavern in Tempest Run.
It was the one in Tempest Run, wasn't it? Or was it not?
No, this was Salt and Plank where we made a quick exit.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
And you detected undead in the barrels.
Yeah.
Makes sense considering Big Ed was there on edge.
So, do you say this to Ender?
Barrels. Sparks might just say barrels. Keep them in the barrels.
There were Sparks detected some undead in barrels at a tavern, the Sultan Plank in the Fang.
We had to get out of there quickly, and we were then captured by people. But
well, you know what? I'll make a note of it, and he makes a note. That seems like an actual lead, so hopefully we can bump that up to the top of our to-do list. You see Ender reach into his pocket and pull out a sort of small amount of like charcoal and just draw a little sigil on his palm, and he just sees it hovering kind of close to your face. Don't worry, I'm just. And it glows, and his eyes widen. Oh my god. Guys, I don't know if you realize this, but this human has been cursed into an animal. They're not an army at all. They're trying to communicate with us. Wait. Slowly.
And then,
oh my god.
So he wants to be an animal. It's okay. I mean,
it's a comfort state for him right now.
It's good excuse. I was going to say it was a chink thing. Ender goes red and is like, I don't understand that kink, but I understand the comfort thing. I'm so sorry to alarm you. If you want to communicate, we can try and figure something out. And Loranja says, I know how to translate for him. He says that you look silly. I'm joking. He's not.
What?
I can't translate that in my head.
I like Loran's hair. It's comfortable. Very silky. We want to see the pink tiefling. Yes. At which point Ender says, all right. And as I said before, because they knew you were coming down with the pink tiefling, she is sort of like laid out on a slab in the center of the room. Unlike the other bodies here, she is unmoving at the moment. And what you notice about this character, this person, is that she appears to be completely dead. There is no reanimation present here.
Yeah.
And Ender says, we change her down just in case, but can you identify that this is the person who you saw in the tavern?
Some sort of check, you know.
Yes,
This
we're taking
is
a
definitely
Yeah, of course.
maybe
Can I do a
invest.
smell?
It's
Oh, actually, something I can do, because the Ermine can slide into small spaces as small as 1 inch. Are there any wounds on this body?
Oh no! Don't touch! Don't touch! No! Don't touch!
Can I just take a peer down her mouth?
Yeah, it stinks like death in there. She's rotten, filled with like goo and blood and like pus.
Are you gonna stop him?
Sparks try to just
Grab him
wrangle
by the tail.
Ulster away. Just
Around looks a bit grossed out.
He starts scrabbling madly as you pick him up. And
like
he's covered in
a very
blood.
slippery. Oh, wait, hang on. Has Ulster touched the body?
Yeah.
Just so you know, and says, do you remember the part that I said about blood? Because you know that things, because it's about entering your bloodstream, and you know the fastest way for something to enter your bloodstream is through your eyes.
He has his eyes closed.
Okay,
You have to
okay.
Astra will press digitation. I'll start clean.
Okay, also, can you do me a favor? Can you do a constitution check? Just to be safe.
Natural 1.
Do I have something? Fuck.
Okay,
Do I have
also, can I
spells?
say something? You feel a bit sick.
How so?
Nauseous.
He vomits on the floor.
Okay.
It's a tiny little Ermine vomit.
Right, anyway. So that's
I have
all I'm going to
nothing.
do for now. I'm going to say for now.
Can I do a
And,
medicine check on the body?
Yes. Would you like to get back in my bag? He makes a little like, or he holds open like his lapel, and you can like snuggle in there if you want to.
He looks really sorry for himself.
Okay. He buttons you up into his shirt.
He pats Loran's head as if like, message me, message me.
Okay, Loran messages you.
She's been dead for a while.
Yes. I could smell that.
Yeah, like really rotten.
So, who's doing medicine checks on the body?
Probably do investigation, as in just like confirm it's her.
Yeah. Can't believe you got a natural 1. Also can't like die in this campaign, so.
He's not gonna die.
Or can he?
Dun. What is that?
That's pointless. Sorry, that's a 12.
Oh, okay. Total?
Oh, I totaled it. I rolled 11.
Okay. And then Slian Soon, also known as Astra.
That will be a 19 on a medicine check.
Wonderful. Okay, so for the investigation check, you see a very clean, neat wound in her throat.
I asked if I could see.
Yes, but what you don't know is that she's been stitched up.
Yeah, but if he'd seen that, he wouldn't have gone in her mouth because he would have easily seen the cause of death.
But she's investigating, so she's like pulled down.
But that's what Ulster was doing.
You didn't roll an investigation
You
check.
didn't ask me to.
Okay, fine. So you go into the mouth.
No, he wouldn't go into the mouth if he didn't have to. That's what I said. Did you guys heard me
You
say
didn't say
he's
you were
looking for wounds?
You said you were looking for wounds, and then you said crawl in her mouth.
No, you said you can go in her mouth.
Well, you said no. You said I'm looking for an 1-inch opening I can crawl into.
A wound.
Yeah. So you didn't see a 1-inch opening you can crawl into because you didn't do an investigation check. You did see her mouth. I got the impression you wanted to crawl inside her.
Aelin makes the call.
I'm the DM.
Aelin's the oldest.
I interpreted what you were saying as wanting to crawl into the body for some reason, which is why I went, oh.
Exactly. Me too.
Aelin.
Because you specifically said you could crawl in 1-inch space.
Yeah, if there was.
They look for a 1-inch space.
Fine.
Like a wound.
Fine. If we replay it, though, you're going to see what happened. Anyway. Fine.
Would you like to ask Aelin's opinion? Aelin, I'm interested in your opinion.
I'm just a silly little raccoon.
Okay, Lily, can I just say, even if you'd gone into
He wanted to.
into the neck, you would have still probably gone a bit of blood from you. So the concern would have still existed.
It's not the blood. It's the fact that he was looking for a wound.
So now that I know you were looking for a wound, as Louis, as you're kind of investigating, you pull back the sort of like white sheet that covers the body, and you see a stitched up neck wound, which is very clean. And then you also see an autopsy scar underneath the sort of sheet. Her mouth is like slightly ajar open, and you can kind of smell without having to look that she is a bit very dead. Then Slian Soon with all stares. You confirm which you know from your medicine check, which is that the body has been dead for some time.
Like,
At least
Longer than the time we had met this person in.
Certainly.
Astra will convey that to everybody.
And Rashun takes notes and says, "So this is
So-
the person who you met in the tavern."
And was later attacked by. And he killed those guards.
Loran says, "Quiet. Just a moment." And messages will send.
If she was this stinky, we would have noticed in the tavern.
If she was this stinky, would have noticed in the tavern. Very good. And Ender nods and says, "Well then, interesting."
Also, the scar on her chest, would that have been done to her when she died?
We did that one. We wanted to make sure her insides were uncorrupted.
Oh, did you do that recently?
When we first, yes, the other day, when we first had her here. Loran messages you again.
Wait, did she escape?
What? No. When you guys came in, her body was also brought in and discovered. You guys were a little bit delayed coming here. So when Starfree was brought back, we were also doing an autopsy.
Okay, sorry, I'm caught up now. Thank you.
Yes, also, Loran messages you.
Was she identified as a zombie? And I have a follow-up question depending on the answer.
She was not, no. That's why she's here out in the open rather than being in one of those things. What is your follow-up question?
Follow-up question. I feel a bit sick. Should I just be concerned or is that normal?
You should be a little bit concerned, yeah. But you did just crawl out of a dead thing's mouth, so maybe it's normal as well.
I've done that before.
Can I do a medicine check on Ulster?
You pick up the ermine.
You pick up the ermine, your hands kind of glow. You get the slight latent whiff of necromantic energy.
Sparks, you were able to heal some of the prisoners' wounds?
Yes, I am out of juice. Unless, Emma, we were able to have an hour. Actually, what does short rest do?
It's you can take a short rest and see if you get any of your short rest abilities restocked.
It does. None of my short rest abilities can do.
Okay. So
I wouldn't be able to get a spell slot. That's just long rest, isn't it?
Ender
Okay,
says,
yeah, no, I can't.
"Oh, it was you who did that," and looks at you, Sparks. Actually, you came here with 3 others, I believe. An individual named Gondo, right?
Yes.
An individual who is going by the name George, and Kev, your friend.
Me.
And was it George who you healed?
Gondo.
Gondo. Okay. So when you
Did I heal
healed,
both of them? I didn't do that, did I? I thought it was just Gondo with the
when
5.
you healed his wound, did you notice any immediate changes?
I think he stopped limping
Right. Okay.
because it seemed like looking at him, it seemed like he had an injury on his leg
Did he had
And-
changed from a zombie, perhaps?
that, he was in a room with a bunch of chained up but threatening undead and seemed a bit weak. But he, yeah. I guess what I did wasn't just healing a wound. Well, it was more like trying to cure something, because I think Astra and I could sense he wasn't well, but he seems better.
Okay. Right. And then Loran messages you also.
What about me? I don't feel better.
How is Ulster's physical state? I mean, Astra.
You wanted me to
Are you
do a fresh
using
roll?
his name?
Brian, I would have said Brian.
Okay.
That is a 15, so not as good.
What do you think?
No, I mean like on assisting like the doing a medicine.
Medicine check.
I said that you sensed a necromantic energy, a latent necromantic energy. Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you convey that to
Yes.
Lulu? He says, "Right. Yeah, well, okay. I think you're going to be all right. I mean, Brian, I said it twice. Is it my fault? Should I own it?
I think you should probably own that.
I mean, oh shit.
huh?
Ender's mouth drops open, and Loran says, "One moment." He picks up the Ermine. He puts it on Seer's shoulder. "Come with me," and he throws an arm around Ender, and Ender's like, "Wait, hold on a second. Did you say, is that?" And then the door closes, and you hear like a...
Can we roll insight to
Random.
see, or perception to see if we can figure out
Yeah,
if
what's
this is-
happening?
what these sounds were that are cutting off of the mic are?
Oh, sure, sorry. They sound... I don't think you need to make a perception check. It sounds like the sounds of a shakedown. When Loran comes back in about 2 minutes later, he looks completely fine and unfazed. Ender has a runny nose and slightly red eyes, ruffled hair, and his eyes are like kind of glowing slightly, like, whoa. And he looks and he says, "Anyway, I didn't hear anything." "What? Who am I?"
Oh,
"Oh,
girl.
no. You know who you are." "Huh? What?"
You okay? Looking at Loran as well, like,
"Oh, I'm fine. I just helped him out." What? Also, Brian, you can come out of your tackle form now if you wish. No worry, Dorian, he won't recognize you. I made sure of that. Oh, right.
Yeah. He's just like,
I forgot. I'm sorry.
does he have his normal hair and eyes now because he's transformed back? He stands up. That was really unpleasant.
Sorry, I mean, you wanted to be hidden.
I don't feel very well.
Ender's like, "Oh, what?
I think you broke him.
Yeah, well, I mean, better than him knowing.
Loran,
I didn't really want you to break him though.
please.
What?
At
Do you agree with my methods?
just this one.
And are you physically harmed in some way? He says, "I think I have a cold. My eyes are kind of blurry."
Maybe we should leave this for today and you can go and rest.
"Oh, hello!" And he holds out a hand. "My name is Enderish. My name is Ender.
Loran?
Duran, that's not good.
Ash."
Loran, at least restore
Ender
enough so
Ashu.
that he remembers himself.
And he kind of like gets Ender's head, and you see him do like a chiropractic kind of like. And
Oh,
my name is Ender Ashun. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian.
Hmm.
I forget. Brian, nice to meet you.
Yes.
Well, guys, it's lovely to be surrounded by friends. Where are we again?
We should probably leave. I
Loran.
might need a sick bag.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He opens his mouth.
I don't have that kink.
Oh, what? Okay, let's go. He starts walking deeper into the room.
I'll turn Ender around. Can we go?
Sure. He gets to the door and just bangs his head. Oh,
Loran, maybe take him to the infirmary?
yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Oh, well. It's a new spell I'm testing out. if it works properly, in theory, it should completely remove their cognitive abilities and ability to do magic. But it's not there yet. I'm refining it. At the moment, it's just
Sorry,
done.
I am still recovering from vomit bag and June.
His mind is feebler than it was before.
Right.
I'm working on it.
Let's leave him in the infirmary.
As you guys turn around to go and kind of Loran taking a bit of responsibility, like kind of puts his hands on Ender's shoulders and sort of wheels him up.
On his heelys.
Yeah, on his heelys. You notice Ender has dropped like his briefcase and all his things.
I will pick up Ender's briefcase and subtly remove the pages with my face on it.
And as you guys are about to leave, the three of you hear, wait! Stop! Please, wait! I don't belong in here! And there's like rattling, and it's kind of a bit louder than all of the other noises you hear coming from the other drawers around the room.
Do you recognize the voice?
No.
Hello?
Turn back and
Hi, I'm not like these other people. Please.
I think you're probably in here for a good reason, though.
No, you don't understand. I'm not meant to be here. I was put in here by someone who means me harm.
Who?
I don't know. I didn't see their face. Please.
What's your name?
Okay, right, look. My name is Mrs. Vald. I know it's a really common name. It's my real name. Please.
Who means you harm?
I don't know. I didn't get to see their faces.
Oh, well, we'll send someone to check on you later.
What? No one will come for me. Please.
how long have you been in here?
I don't know. Time. It's all dark in here. Please.
Have you needed to piss a few times?
Excuse me?
Sorry, like I feel like that would be a good sense of
Yes, I
time.
pissed
Like,
myself. Is that what you want to hear? I pissed myself.
well, I'm not like glad to hear it. It's more like maybe we could think.
I talk. Try getting a straight answer out of any of the other people here. They don't even know where they are.
I go and talk to another one. Hello.
That'll be 7 coppers, dear.
What am I purchasing?
That'll be 5 coppers then.
Right, that one's a bit. He tries the next one. Hello.
Hello.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Are you just going to copy me?
Are you just going to copy me?
Right, that's a bit odd. He walks away.
To Mumsensfeld, Sparks will ask him, "Who's the current monarch?"
Current monarch. It's isn't it Pigarus Teronium in the royal family? The bell bearer and heroine?
Is that correct from Sparks' knowledge? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I
Where
mean,
do you remember
I've
being
heard
last?
that's.
Last place I remember being. But it has to be Eldrith's Watch. I think I'm from there.
Can I insight check the voice?
Yeah, of course.
14.
Please, I don't want to be stupid
19.
here. You don't recognize the voice at all, actually.
But I'm insight checking the voice to see.
It seems very earnest.
I don't know how to feel.
So,
Could I perception check, listening out for if Mumsensfeld needs to like breathe?
You can obviously breathe though, right?
yes, I can breathe. There's a centimetre gap or so that I've managed to shake.
Okay, right.
I realised after a few rounds of screaming that my air supply was all right.
Can I sniff the area that he's in?
You can.
Does it smell like pee?
It smelled like pee.
I think he has pissed himself.
Yes, I have. I've also lost all of my fingernails because I've been trying to scratch my way out. I'm in a lot of pain, and I really need to escape from here.
Understood.
I don't know who put me in here, but they mean me harm. I'm starving. I'm chewing the leather of my belt right now.
Right,
Well, not right now, but like that's how I've been living.
He smacks the thing. We need to send one of the clerics down, I think.
No. I think it was one of them who put me in here.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think they know who I am.
So
I don't either.
do you have any healing ability at least for the fingernails.
I have a little magic, but not a lot.
I'm sorry, directed to Astra.
Oh, right, sorry.
No, fuck.
I'm all mundane medicine now.
I can do something. Is there any gap to get in? They said it was a 1 centimeter gap.
Yes, you could be a worm.
Can I turn into a worm and take a little look?
Yeah.
Up here and
Okay.
I mean, if he's all right to sit tight for 8 hours, we could come back and reinvigorate him.
Okay. When you peek in, you see first of all a mop of dark kind of brown hair.
yeah.
You see sort of like semi-pointed ears to show a little bit of elven blood, but not a lot. It's very dark in here, but you can see the eyes are like a greenish kind of color. Skin is quite tanned. He is wearing just what would be considered the equivalent to scrubs, or like a surgical outfit, in this world, so like a white kind of grey robe that is just tied at his waist. And you see, you can smell actually as you come in here, blood caked around the entrance of this specific drawer. And you do feel yourself sort of slide over a part where there's a fingernail embedded in the wood.
Does he seem alive or undead? Investigation?
Yeah, maybe make it, yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Sorry. So yeah, with a natural 20, you can tell that this individual seems to be less undead than the others, but alive, ostensibly, as far as you can tell compared to the others you've seen.
Can I Arcana check for necrotic, necromancy, etc.? 17 plus. Was that investigation?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You don't get a specific kind of necromancy feeling from him.
Do I get any other magic?
No.
Sorry, that was an Arcana check, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was actually a 22.
22, yeah. So you do feel magic, like a very low level of magic. But it is not, no necromancy really there.
Okay, Auster wriggles his way out and transforms back. I think he might be telling the truth.
Look, if people wish to mean him harm here, then should we... The temple's been good to us so far, but should we sneak him out?
Has Hazran left the room?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
He's not quite realised you're not there yet, but you know it's only a little bit of time to pass.
I think I feel bad about this situation. My gut doesn't feel very good, but at the same time, I don't think he's a zombie. So. How do we open the marble bit?
There's a lock on it.
With a key?
It looks like so. And an arcane kind of like symbol. It's quite a way of locking.
I think we should ask Loran.
But when you see the lock, when I say arcane, I mean more in terms of like a clerical. Clear or bluey.
Still think we should ask Loran for logic.
In the meantime, I'd like to slip one of my ration packs into Mum's, so that he can eat.
So, right, here's how I'm imagining this, because it's only a centimetre. You get like those like kind of cheese squares, and you just slide one through at a time. He's like, oh my fucking god! processed cheese never tasted so good. Thank you.
Well, I don't sense any
like-
magic either. Not really.
Mm.
Astra?
For
zombie-
science, can I attempt to essentially do the same thing that, well, not exactly the same thing, but like, can I attempt to get a sense of the necromancy around the other two bodies that we have kind of interacted with? That gave us
Yeah,
weird
possibly.
responses. It's like a detect, like trying to detect some sort of sense of like, yeah, the necromancy.
Yeah, of course I can.
Arcana check. Y'all
Sitting on my pillow. Oh,
Mm.
is good. It's a
Oh
25
yeah!
nice.
Oh
Okay, so
with a natural 20.
you can sense that the individual here is different from the ones you've encountered before.
So
He
this is
not.
not infected, just in this
Mhm.
cell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. Can I make a correction, please? I think it would have been far too dark for you guys to actually see any of his features. You just know that he is. Vision. Oh right, yeah. Never mind.
Dark
then, yes.
vision.
Fair enough. Never mind.
I don't have it.
Dancing lights.
Okay, he's like. Do you sorry, do you what are you trying to do with that natural 20?
So it is to determine
There's
like whether or
no-
not this
There's
is
no magic that really links these two. Like these three people you've investigated so far.
Maybe we should let him out.
so the two that are both confirmed essentially as funky do those feel the same as each other?
Which one? So the pink tiefling.
No, the two All-Star spoke to.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, those are giving off the same levels of like necromancy.
Yeah.
Versus this
Same levels.
one who's what about versus the tiefling?
The tiefling seems like a dead body.
Like a legit dead body. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Maybe we should just let him out and put him in cuffs and then supervise him and give him some food.
Sounds reasonable. Astra pulls out a set of thieves' tools. I can get the
Very
lock
good.
open, but
I
I
don't.
think we should.
magic.
I can try and help disarm the sigil. I'm not a cleric, but my father is, so I might be of some assistance.
Mums Fizzveld, we're going
Yes.
to try and get you out, but we are going to monitor you if that's okay, and maybe restrain just in case, just for now.
Right. Please don't tell anyone who I am or where I am from. I don't know those things. Sorry, never mind. Let me misspeak. I misspoke. Please don't tell anyone where you freed me from.
Right. Also, starts looking at the arcane symbol. Can I make an Arcana check?
May I assist?
23.
And,
I'm not joking.
Nice.
23.
I think Sparks would keep watch.
This rolls on two
just sort of-
extremes.
Mhm.
Also starts trying to help dismantle the arcane sigil.
Okay.
Emma's hiding her smirk, I feel. I have a belt we can tie him up with. I still feel this is probably a bad idea, but I'd also feel really bad if someone died in here because of us. Anyway, Let's open it slightly, and if he attacks us, we just close it again.
Okay.
Also, Levan will realise we're not there soon.
You hope so.
I believe
Would
in
he
him.
object to this?
Yes. Also scratches the sigil.
Okay, so you start scratching at the sigil. So when it comes to arcane locks that you can see, the best thing that you know, I'm going to say this is like for the future of the campaign, to disrupt them, is to scratch them out, and that is the best sort of way to, especially a weak lock, just to break it. It will be obvious that you've broken it.
Also, just says in an undertone, I used to do this to sneak out of my room.
Yeah. Stronger locks require different things. So an arcane lock that is stronger, for example, protecting something that's even more precious or whatever, would require magical implements or magical means. In this case, similarly to when you guys were in the Northwind Stronghold, this is not the most secure magic. Most probably because they are short on people. And so you scratch out, and all you need to do now is break the lock physically.
Let's try.
That is a dirty 20.
So how are you doing this?
I'm using my thieves' tools. I'm gonna just pick the lock.
And
we all slowly pull it open. Hello.
Hello.
We're going to close it if you do anything.
You pull it open, and the man literally falls off of the gurney to the ground, and is like, "Ah!" And he tries to like stretch his arms, and they jelly collapse underneath him. And he looks, he crawls at your feet, and is like, "It's you."
Does he look normal?
He looks horrific. Like he looks harrowed, but he looks ostensibly quite normal.
I think Bluey would prop him up, and then also maybe keep it not a painful grip, but a sure grip of him. It's just like,
Also slides, the door closed. Well, we did that. Bluey, you're in charge.
all right.
As the only person who can probably physically restrain him if he does anything.
I'm Sparks, by the way. I'm not sure we introduced ourselves. Hopefully we're only your temporary captors.
Captors?
Well, babysitters. It's probably a more accurate.
Sorry, yes, that's...
Right. Well, this is a really big deviation from what I thought I'd be doing this evening. So I'm going to leave this person in your care, and I'm going to go find Levan to get back on track with the plan.
Right.
No. Just gonna put a pause on that. You asked for us to free this person, so Brian, I think you should take the lead.
I am 5'5" and weigh 46 kilos. If he tries anything, I don't know what to do.
We could all sleep in the same room tonight.
No.
Okay. You can always give the order. If he does X, do Y, and then...
You don't... Please, I have some magic. I can help you. I could do... I can heal. I can do low-level healing.
What else can you do?
Okay.
Are you a bard?
What do you mean?
As in, do you have a little lute that you can play?
No.
Look, I think a few of us need to get some rest, and it seems like you need to get some proper rest. How about we rest together?
Also puts his belt around Mumsfeld and does a little lock with his ice magic. That should do it. And he pushes Mumsfeld towards Bluey. Oh. That's my contribution. Continue to feed him and water him, and he should be fine.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Feed and water. That's what you wanted, right?
I just kind of... Well, I was... Wait.
I need to monitor
can I not
you
just go back?
To make sure you're not a flesh-eating zombie.
I need to remember... I need to find out who I am. I have no idea. Memories of myself.
Well, then we'll wait.
Okay.
I have other things to do, and you are not my priority. But I did free you with their help.
Hang on, you don't have. Well, this doesn't sound like a necromancy thing. This sounds like something done to you by people that you think harmed you or want you harmed.
Most likely. I can't imagine really why else anyone would put me in here.
How long have you been in here for? You don't know. You said hours, days.
I've pissed myself at least. There's no light in there, you see.
Okay, so how long would you estimate?
A month?
I will inside check that. 10.
Probably not a month.
Probably not a month.
A week? 2 weeks?
Can I do
What's likely?
now that like he's out of the freezer? Can I do some sort of like medicine check to determine how long he's been captured at least, and or not been given like food and water?
Okay.
14.
14. Okay. With a 14, he looks to be severely dehydrated. And he is very gaunt in the cheeks, as well as weak in the arms. The longest that a human can survive without water is much shorter than how long they can survive without food.
3 days, right?
Yeah. So you imagine he's been there about 3 days generously.
A month?
3 days, maybe a week if he's using magic to like low-level magic to sustain himself and suppress his like needs. That's like.
Has Loran really not noticed we're not there yet? That's kind of sad.
At this point, you kind of hear footsteps.
Sad for him, clearly.
It's probably only been a couple of minutes in reality for you guys because the checks wouldn't take.
It's still sad. It's like, oh, where'd you go?
He is kind of in charge of escorting Ender, who he actually mind muddled. Oops.
Oops. Well, I'm gonna go.
Well, actually gonna go.
This really doesn't feel like my wheelhouse. Also, he needs a bath.
Astra clicks their fingers and he's just clean. And but Astra looks at like all stare like no. You have
Also, I don't
given
feel
us
very
this
well.
person.
He throws up on the floor.
You're really good at collecting people's stuff.
Yeah, I don't feel very good. I think I need a shot.
Honestly, I think we should probably get both of you to the infirmary.
Yes. Ulster starts marching.
Okay.
You get the feeling that he was trying to get away from you so he didn't have to vomit in front of you.
Astra cleans up the sick.
Hang on, if we take Mumsford to the infirmary, then
No one will recognise him now. He's clean.
Whoever put me.
hey, that's good. Oh, but they'd probably be able to recognise him when he was
Good way to
almost
wheedle out
clean.
the person who means you harm, and Ulster runs up the stairs like an aeroplane.
The man looks to you two and is just like,
Please don't tell me he's the one making the decisions.
do you know how
Okay,
to do memories?
Don't know, mate.
I think Sparse would say in Draconic, or definitely not Elvish. Draconic. Look, should we not hide him at all? And should we now demand why this seemingly alive person has been trapped?
I think that's actually an excellent plan.
Ulster's gone.
Astra is
You hear
walking up
more
the
vomiting sounds from up the stairs.
Yeah, is walking up behind him. Like, assuming that we are walking and talking.
Okay.
You have to step over puddles of sick.
Just cleaning them up as we go, because Astra is just not going to let them just stay there.
As you walk, the man kind of pulls you aside and just says, I think whoever put me in there, if they get wind that I've escaped, I think they'll come back.
Well, if you were to
investigate, can you at least take me to the entrance so I can run away? I can make it on my own from here.
look, thinking about this, this temple is a place where I would love to work with and help. And if I were to do that, I would like to understand why they've kept an alive person down here.
And
So
you are
I think I would
evidence of
actually.
that.
Tell them I escaped. Tell them, please.
Are you wanted by the temple? Do you
No,
think?
I want to go and find out who I am, and if I ask them here, I'd rather hedge my bets with Harmontrand or another local deity.
Well, both counter. No.
I need to find sanctuary somewhere so I can start trying to regain who I am, my knowledge of who I am. But it can't be here if my enemy is here.
My enemy.
Please, I'm begging you, just turn the other way. Just this once.
Can I have found Loran and start bringing him downstairs?
Yep. So at Ulster, you find Loran with Ender, and Ender is like talking to him rapidly, like, well, yeah, and then so like, I mean, I could see him, but I couldn't see him. Do you know what I mean?
Ulster pulls the sheet across the bed that Ender's on. Loran, we have a problem.
See, look, it's him again. I've been looking at him, but he doesn't have a face. It's crazy.
Loran,
Ulster.
we released one of the people from the Marble Cabinets, and
You what?
and now they want to leave the place.
No.
They're alive. They're alive.
No, they're not.
They
Ulster.
are. They are alive.
Did you not hear what Ender said earlier? No matter how much it sounds like they're alive, they are dead.
No, we performed extensive checks on them.
Okay. Then surely there's a reason they're in there.
That's what I thought, but I also thought it'd be not very nice to leave them in there, so we tied them up, and we are keeping an eye on them.
And right about this time, I feel like Bluey and Astra arrive with Mumsfeld. And a little knock on the door.
Bleh.
He when he turns around the corner and he sees Loran, he goes, No.
What's wrong with Loran?
He Wait, what?
Do you
This
know
is
each other?
What? I don't think so. Wait. No, it's not.
What?
I'm sorry, I thought I recognized you from somewhere.
Why would
Inside
you
check?
recognize them?
Loran,
Loran,
who do you look like?
Myself.
Do you have any doppelgangers?
Not that I know of.
Are you
Sometimes I like to duplicate myself.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hmm.
26.
He definitely, that was a very genuine kind of reaction to have.
You know someone who looks like Loran.
No one looks like me. That's me.
Who do you know that looks like Loran? Asked Mumsfeld.
Someone. Yes. Elgelith's watch.
Okay. Can you describe them further?
Like him.
Like him?
but taller.
Taller.
Their eyes are different.
What colour is the other person's eyes?
They're more green.
More green.
And they tackled me. And that's it. I don't remember anything else.
Does that ring a bell, Loran?
Loran is looking at this man as if he's looking through him. And he says, if he is from Eldrelith's watch, I first of all don't know who he's describing. Second of all, I think it's best we don't get involved.
You sure you don't know anyone?
I'm pretty certain I have no idea who he's referring to.
How many Talshiri do you know?
I know a few. I mean, how many half-elves do you know?
Well, we're much more common than Talshiri.
Yes, but...
I've only met 2 Talshiri, including you.
Yeah. I do not know this one.
Can I insight check him?
Same.
Dirty 20.
He does not know this man.
Well, I can't really let you go, Mum's Asfeld, I'm sorry, but we will at least make sure you have food.
And that you can
I understand.
piss into a place that's appropriate. Sorry.
At least
Do you,
And rest.
can you at least do this?
Oh!
Please, can I go and get a fresh change of clothes?
Well, you can't go anywhere, but we can get you a fresh change of clothes.
Or can I have a shower or a bath?
Yeah, I'm sure Bluey can take you.
I could give you. I could lend him vestments. Is that?
He looks at you, Bluey, and is like, yes, I'll go with you.
Okay.
But I just want a moment. Privacy.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think giving you privacy would mean you would try to
Turn
escape.
your back on me, at least.
No.
Fine, then who did you chain him to again? Bluey?
He's chained to himself.
To himself. Oh. Well then you, and he looks at Ulster.
Okay.
One of you just
I'll watch you.
if I'm going to get naked, I don't want to be in front of too many people.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so is it Bluey or is it Ulster or is it
Ulster will look.
Okay. So you guys take him to the bathrooms in your rooms, I assume, then? So that he can change.
Ulster makes sure Loran comes with them.
Okay. So you Loran puts a invisibility spell on him. And you can tell that he looks incredibly frustrated. Release him from a marble drawer filled with zombies. Like, what do you think?
Would you ever like to be left in there if you were alive? And
I
someone
would
shot
never have
you?
been put in there in the first place. I would have escaped.
We can't all be as brilliant as you.
No, I know. Sad. Anyway, and you guys keep walking, and when you make it to the bathroom, so you go in with him, and once the door is closed, he washes and kind of puts his clothes back on, and he just says, as he's changing, "You could let me go,
No, I'm not going to be doing that.
please."
No.
When you see him changing, you notice a couple of things about his physical makeup. First of all,
His
first of all, is that he,
He's making fun.
other than the fact that he is clearly unwell from being locked up for a few days, a month, 3 days.
We know he's prone to drama.
He seems to be. He's definitely from nobler stock than most people around this area. His hands are unblemished, other than his fingernails, which are obviously now gone.
What was his hair again?
It's like a dark brown.
Okay.
And his eyes are green.
His eyes are green, his hair is dark brown, okay.
And his skin is slightly tanned, as if he's like lived somewhere quite sunny.
Is he wearing any jewelry or any identifying things?
Not Nothing
Okay.
at all. He's wearing exclusively just a white robe.
Okay.
Mostly white.
He didn't have a Morgan decision, did he? Just checking. Okay. It turns out he just has like a sick tattoo that yeah.
He looks to be in very good physical condition,
How old is
aside
he?
from the fact that he's starving. He looks to be a similar age to you, although maybe
Far too young for all first taste.
maybe a little bit older. So maybe 20. Like if you're mentally 26, he's physically 26.
Well, I hope you enjoy your stay with Bluey. Sorry, Sparks. They're very good company, and I can't.
You can. I'm begging you. I'll do anything.
No, I really can't do that. We already let you out of the marble drawer, so now we have to watch you to make sure you're not a zombie.
I know I'm not.
Yeah, but you might have done something else.
Nothing.
I don't believe you.
Please, I swear, on Tiamat, on Bahamut.
Tiamat.
You know the Temple of Tiamat and the Temple of Bahamut run this country.
Well, now we know what temple you're from.
I'll pick any deity, just... I'll swear. I implore you.
Not going to work on me. But we'll make sure you aren't harmed as far as we can manage.
Right?
Insight check.
Sure.
18.
He seems to be resigned, but not happy. And he says, I am grateful that you released me. I would have died in there otherwise.
No, you ain't.
But can you do me one favor?
Mm.
Don't leave me alone with that other man.
With Loran. Why?
I can't shake that memory.
You say you met someone who looked like Loran, but isn't Loran.
He's a Tal'Shiri, you say?
Yeah.
I'm certain that if no one else, I need to find this Tal'Shiri.
Can you give me any more description to work with? You can see that Ulster is making a little sketch in his journal. Taller, eyes green,
Stronger.
So
His eyes
describe to me and I'll do my best.
in the light, golden,
Okay.
and
Red hair,
drawn back.
tied up,
Ponytail.
ponytail.
I couldn't
Age?
tell you his name.
Age,
Older than him.
older. And this man attacked you.
Yes.
Right. Ulster sits for a little while longer while the man bathes, and he will do kind of like a suspect sketch. And once they are done, he will come back out and hold it up to everyone. This is apparently the man who attacked him.
Do you show this still around as well?
Yeah. Ring any bells?
Not from a sketch, I don't think I could recognize.
Well, I guess we'll just have to keep an eye out.
Where did you say this man was?
An Eldrelith.
His memories are foggy. Just guess understandable why he'd want to restore them quickly.
Look, we have too much. We have too much to think about to be able to handle this right now.
Well,
I think you're right, Ulster. We should leave Kev here. But if we're doing it, it's best we leave sooner rather than later.
we need a night to rest. We could leave in the morning.
I have no doubt that Safir has a request for us. Be prepared that she'll want us to do her bidding.
You say that like it's a really bad thing.
To be at someone else's whim is not my favourite state of being.
Right. In that case, why don't we have a little break? It's all been a lot of action happening. Bluey, that binding should hold, but in the case it doesn't, you can just tackle him. He's not very big, and it should be okay.
Can you sleep on your front? As in, does the binding do the arms at the back?
I can bind his arms anywhere.
I can
Okay.
find it.
Maybe would you prefer like this just for the night? I imagine. Look,
I'll
if
have
people
them.
do see,
Yeah.
if people do see you around, then at least we can be like, look, we were responsible with how we freed this person. In that we may, we wanted to check that they weren't
Before Ulster parts from Louis and Astra and Mum's Feld, he will reach up to the man's head and take some of his hair. Right. This is a precaution. He puts it in his pocket. Yeah.
In case I die, or
No, it's just in case you run away, I can find you.
fine.
Huh.
And Loran says, no matter what happens, no matter who you free, what you get yourselves involved in, the next place we are going to is my ship.
Yeah.
And I am taking you back to my shop. Your apartment in Ironstone. I will not have it any other way.
Okay.
No more sidetracks. Even if you, and he points to Astra and Sparks, have other plans in mind, you can get to them later.
What about the chain restaurant?
There's one in the Axe, like I said.
Okay.
We'll stop there once we're at port.
Does Loran seem a bit fed up?
Yes.
Right. We should go to our room and relax. He takes Loran's sleeve gently. Come on.
Meanwhile, I'm also going to try and figure out.
I also need to borrow your services. Again.
All of this in the morning, please. I'm very tapped from magic.
I really need to do something today. So can I give you anything?
If
You can have my magic. I don't know how that
you're
works.
asking me to choose between looking for Cass and doing something for you, I only have space for one more thing.
I understand, but
What do you need?
no, you should
Is this about contacting someone like you were asking earlier?
it's just someone I think might be able to help. But I'm not going to
Write me a message in their name.
message them. You might need more than that.
Well, that's fine. Give me what I need.
I'll need to be with you.
Fine. He sits down on the bed.
I'm guessing we're alone now.
No, everyone's still there.
Oh, you guys came with us?
Everyone's been there this whole time.
No, also
We
dragged
haven't
around.
left.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
We're in
Okay.
upstairs room.
good night.
That's where the man like washed up.
Also, would have handed him over to Bluey.
Okay, so you guys have gone now. Okay.
He just smiles. Sorry.
Okay.
He's looking very overwhelmed at this point.
The man sits down and he looks very clearly. He doesn't want to do this, but he's doing it.
I'm sorry.
I thought Cass was going to be in that other coffin.
I mean, you know Cass better than anyone. If
I know she can handle herself, but she would tell me.
Maybe I could scry on Cass tomorrow. That would give us an actual picture. If you have any belongings of hers, it would be quite easy.
We'll stare. I don't need a trade.
No, I'm not trading. I'm just offering.
I'll consider it. But I don't want to owe anything to you.
You wouldn't owe me anything.
Tell me what you need with this message.
Ulster sits down beside Laram, but with a little bit of distance, and he opens his journal and he starts thumbing through the pages until he gets really far back. And he'll open it to a page where there is a sketch of a man and the name Karul written on top. He hands it over, and then he takes his necklace out. This belonged to him. This is him.
I know this man.
You know this man.
I sent him to himself. You met him?
Yeah. He was one of my teachers.
Small world. I was supposed to go myself, but things.
That's a shame. He has been missing for 6 years. He
Missing from where?
was banished from the Messiah for improper magic teachings. But my dad
Did he
is
teach you how to go boom?
my dad is very strict, so it doesn't really mean much. He banishes quite a few people. But I haven't been able to find him in a while. And I think he could help, and also I'm just concerned about his well-being.
Right. Sure. You want me to message someone who's been missing for 6 years?
Well, when I scried earlier and asked you about the chain restaurants,
He was there?
Yeah.
Was he in distress?
I don't know.
Was there anyone else with him?
A man with long hair, dark hair.
Dark skin?
Yes.
That's his partner.
Oh,
I met him very briefly, would have been just before you went to the Messiah. How long have you known him?
well, how long have I known him? 20 years.
Then 20 years ago.
That's a long time. He never told me about that. Well, yeah, he was with that person.
Okay.
They were talking about something being stupid, something not working.
Well, he was a magician. Is a magician. I wouldn't be surprised if he's similar to me in his inventive tendencies.
That's what I thought. I thought maybe it'd be good to have some input. And I'd like to see him again if he's around.
You want me to message him and ask if he can meet up for coffee?
No, it's just more like
I'm joking.
if he's in a prayer and we're going down the chain restaurant path, we could be on the same kind of trajectory and we could meet him he might be able to help. He was a very good magician. So,
Also, why, can I ask, have you never tried to message him before?
I can't message people.
But there are services.
Not for me and the Messiah.
And these past 2 months you've been in a prayer?
You saw, I've been asking, but people don't really. And I kind of wanted it to be a secure channel, not just a throwaway thing. That's why I asked here, and that's why I'm asking you. My dad would not want me to contact him.
Are you worried about giving away your location? That if you meet up and if you arrange a meeting, your father would somehow find out about it?
If my father hasn't found him in this long, then I don't think he's looking for him necessarily. He's probably forgotten. Like I said, he banishes a lot of people. It's quite a common thing. They all go marching out the front door and he's like, don't come back.
What do you want me to say? You could write it down.
Sure. How many words do I have?
25.
25. Okay. This is Ulster. We are traveling down the east coast of Aprea. He looks at the round for confirmation. There have been some incidents. Could you help me? I would like to see you. Thanks.
You notice the man watching you as you write, and he has a bit of a knowing expression.
Is this message to? Do you think it's urgent enough?
You have feelings for him.
Also looks at his message. What about this message makes you think I have feelings for him?
Nothing. It's not this. It's what you said before.
What do you mean?
About love.
I admire him greatly.
Indeed. Loren looks at the letter. Okay.
Don't include that part. Don't just say what's written.
I won't include that, I promise. And he draws a sigil over the paper, and it glows for a moment, and he closes his eyes.
Ulster's hands are trembling a little bit.
What was the last line again?
Thanks.
No, you said, I want to see you.
Yeah.
Right. And Loren's eyes kind of glow briefly, and he stops and says, he'll meet you when you arrive in Einstein.
Einstein. Okay.
Says to tell him when you arrive.
Yeah.
And we'll arrange from there.
Oh. Is anything else?
Not really.
Does he sound okay?
Sounded normal.
That's good. That's good.
He was happy to hear from
Can I insight check around?
Yeah.
17.
I don't know whether he's being entirely honest about him sounding happy to hear from you, or whether he's just judging to saying, let's see what your reaction is.
Well, that's really good, and I think that will really help with the situation.
Wonderful.
if we can speak to him, obviously. I've never met him. I've never heard of his partner though, so that would be interesting to meet them.
He has a partner? You've never mentioned him.
You mentioned him. Do you know anything about his partner? What are they called? What do they look like?
Very good at standing on one leg.
It's a really strange detail to notice.
And okay, let me think. Actually, I'm just casting my mind back. I was at this party.
Yeah.
And it was them. They were together making out on a balcony. And the partner was wearing a white suit with pearls in their hair. And he seemed to be a drow, maybe. Purple skin, dark hair.
Never met a drow before.
Red eyes.
Oh. Do you know their name?
No idea.
Oh. Do you know how old they are?
I only remember this night because I met someone with pink hair who was very... anyway. I'm joking. Or am I?
Well,
I don't know how old they are. A little bit older than him.
Oh. That's
They were beautiful and stuff.
That's great for him.
He starts laughing.
Why are you laughing at me?
Because you're funny.
Also sniffs. His eyes are a little bit watery.
No, not funny. Not funny.
All's fair. First loves mean a lot. I understand.
I do.
But 6 years is a long time to not contact someone.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you're not worthy of someone as good or better than whoever this person is.
I'm not saying that I have feelings in that way. It's just that I've known him since I was very young, and I suppose I'd like to know where he was all this time and why he didn't.
He owes you an answer, at least.
Did he really sound happy to hear from me?
Yes, he did. I promise.
Thank you for doing that then.
Do you mind if I step out very quickly? I just want to go and have a bath
Have a bath?
at last.
Yeah. I will wait here.
Wonderful.
And I'll go after you because I smell like.
At which point he walks off and heads into the bathroom.
Allstead stays exactly where he was.
Or anything for Ulster to think about.
I think he's just really happy that he got a reply. And he's kind of like jiggling a little bit. He's kind of stimming on the bed with his journal.
He's like, this is good. This is good.
Before you go, Anna, I'm going to offer a cutscene, if you don't mind.
Cutscene.
Loran closes the door to the bathroom and I'm just going to turn the music off so that closes the door to the bathroom and locks it behind him and starts filling the bath, turning on the taps, making the rumble of the water kind of drown out any noise from the outside. And he starts casting Sending. Gruel, I'm just wondering if you'd be interested in meeting up for a drink in Ironstone. Not heard from you in a while, and I don't know. Be nice to reflect on old times. Do reply. I'd love to hear from you. All the best. Loran Dane. And
Does he get a reply? Aelin just inched close to the screen.
a moment later, Ran. It's good to hear from you. I think it's about time we had a chat. Boom, that's where the session's ended.
Oh my god.
Did Lorraine
So
lie?
ominous. But yeah,
Why?
did he actually do the first sending?
That's a good question.
Or did he have more spell slots than he told us?
That's a very good question. I'll have to ask him next time.
In either case, he lied.
Lied.
Oh, no.
Can't believe he lied.
Ben! Well, guys, I feel really sad because also was so like,
Why are you sad?
and now there's drama.
Oh, also,
Drama.
Ulster's just happy to see his old friend, obviously. Oh!
Oh no.
And
Drama.
that's Anna's dramatic episode.
But either way, I really need to go